for two to wherever you choose. Drinking some red out of the blue. You say my name with your accent, makes me remember how much I missed you. Hope you're planning to stay for a million days. You'll be my summer in December. Hey boy, trust my intuitions always. I'm not superstitious, I got lucky. Stole your heart and it was mine for the taking. I'm bad at pretending, you know I'll be true. Sunday mornings and midnight lights turn into songs that you watch me write. Stole your sweater on that night, you took a picture, keep by my bedside. So you're mine when you're gone, baby, please don't be long. I got my ticket to the west side. You say my name with your accent, makes me remember how much I missed you. Hope you're planning to stay for a million days. You'll be my summer in December. Hey boy, trust my intuitions always. I'm not superstitious, I got lucky. Stole your heart and it was mine for the taking. It was mine for the taking. It was mine for a million days, in a million ways. Stole your heart and I got lucky. Stole your heart and it was mine in a million ways, for a million days.
I'll take the blame. I've seen the world go down in flames. I've felt the strain of every loss I can't reclaim. Our steps retraced from when we went our separate ways. I've missed these days. I never thought we'd see this place again. I know the feelings always fade, but nothing else could make me stay. It's not too late for us to slip away. walk this road, the one foretold would lead us home. Our fates unknown, but time will mend our broken bones. I've held the weight of all these years spent in decay. These times are strange. I never thought I'd see your face again. I know the feelings always fade, but nothing else could make me stay. It's not too late for us to slip away.
Welcome into the Boise State Esports Arena. We're here for the USO Invitational Qualifier, week number 3, powered by Geico Military. Since 1941, the USO has been the nation's leading organization to serve the men and women in the U.S. military and their families throughout their time in uniform. From the moment they join through their assignments and deployments, and as they transition back to their communities, the USO is always by their side. I'm Michael Fisher. Joining me to call all of the action is Alton Siphon Dills. It is week 3, Siphon. We have had some incredible performances here in this USO Invitational Qualifier, and we're going to start out with a very interesting matchup. It's a team we've seen a lot of, and they've won a lot when it doesn't count, and that's Florida Tech varsity, who is undefeated in show matches, as you mentioned last week, but they're only 1-1 in the games that count. They're taking on UTD, who is 2-0, University of Texas Dallas, one of the 5 2-0 teams. So UTD kind of gets an easier opponent, if you will. The other 2-0 teams, as we saw, they're all playing other 2-0 teams, so UTD kind of gets a little bit of an easy one, but they're going against a Florida Tech team that you could argue is like 4-1 in reality.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, they got a pretty favorable draw, I think, as we'd say, getting a 1-1 team.
Mm-hmm.
And Florida Tech, they did last week finally get that first win on the board here in week 2, so they're sitting at 1-1. They were undefeated hilariously in show matches still to this point, which is quite interesting to think about. But they showed some good signs last week. Obviously, that helped them pick up their first win on the board last week, and they'll definitely be looking to move into another tough match this week.
So you see the breakdown here. It is a best of 3, 3-on-3. It is a 6-week Swiss brackets. We are about halfway through. You make it to that 3-0 mark, you got to start feeling pretty confident that you're going to be in those top 8 teams. Because as we've talked about, the top 8 teams from this league will qualify for the USO Invitational and a shot at a $10,000 prize pool. And of course, as we mentioned, 1 match per team per week that counts. So you said sometimes we've had some show matches to pass the time. Florida Tech has hilariously won all of those. They just have never won when it counted. Now they're looking to get that done, get a minor upset over UT Dallas, because in a 6-week bracket where the top 8 teams qualify, you get to 3-0. I don't want to say you can coast, Siphon, but I mean, I think 3-3, you're kind of confident that might actually be enough to get the job done.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, 3-0 is to win a 8-week bracket. I mean, at most you need one more win and you're guaranteed to finish at least 500. And that definitely is going to be, a number that a lot of teams are targeting. Obviously, for a team, a lot of these top teams that are still undefeated and looking to move to 3-0, they have their goals much higher than that. They definitely don't. They want to win as much as they can. They want to place as high as they can. But you got to start thinking in the back of their mind. If they get a couple more wins on the board, they're looking pretty good. Because even if they're not better than some of the other undefeated teams to this point, they're definitely, especially if they get a few more wins, they're definitely better than the middle of the pack. So that should be enough.
So get ready to kick off our first game on what will be a jam-packed evening of Rocket League. We want to remind everybody this competition was free to enter for both military and civilian competitors. The top 8 teams, as we've been talking about from at the end of this league, will compete against other tournament winners for their shot at a $10,000 prize pool. That was why the top 8 is so important. You don't have to be the best. Of course, seeding will come into play when we get to the USO Invitational, where those top 8 teams will go, and that's what you want to have a better matchup. But top 8 is all these teams want right now. That is everybody's focus. And you and I talked last week, Siphon, week 3 is really when you got to turn it on. When you fall to 0-3, that's when you're like, I don't know if we're going to be able to get it done. I don't know if we're going to be able to get it done. So as we get ready to kick this one off here, it's UT Dallas and Florida Tech here. And right away, Ghost trying to dribble it on net, pops it up in the air off the crossbar, and Rival hits it in.
It's going to be a big start here from UTD. Good face-off win immediately from Dalton, and he sets up Ghost, who gets a ridiculous touch on the ball there, and Rival just manages to put it in there. It's going to be an early lead here for UT Dallas to start this one off just 5 seconds in as we get the kickoff going here. And it's going to be won again by UT Dallas before being intercepted by Grover.
Ghost with, pass stolen near midfield. Berto up in the air off the crossbar, but it's turned away. Kind of a lazy pass there for UTD as Ghost now this time will clear it the length of the field.
It's going to be popped up back in the air. Rival going for the aerial, and he's going to hit it off that back wall, and it's going to now be taken by Dask as he carries it forward, but he loses it on a challenge from Ghost, and that was dangerous as it nearly rolled in. Now off the back wall again. It's crossed forward for Rival off the back wall. He gets the demo, and Ghost is going to put it in, and what a save from Grover!
We've seen so many near misses. Still a great chance for UTD. Finally, Florida Tech varsity gets that ball away from their net for a moment until Ghost hits upper crossbar.
What a shot there. I don't know how he squeezed that one in there. He just reads the bounce. He gets a great hit on this one and just squeaks this inside, and it got tapped in there at the last second, but UTD will take a 2-0 lead. coming up here now on the kickoff. How is Florida Tech going to respond after going from a couple of good chances in there, and Ghost nearly gets it off the back wall, but it's going to be cleared away by Dask.
We've seen UT Dallas kind of dominate here after those couple of attempts, as you mentioned. Oh, they double commit. They had a wide open net. Ghost misses as well. Huge mistake from UT Dallas. Berto looking to punish. Kind of bounces off the wall, looking for a teammate, but nobody's there.
Nice defending there from Ghost, but he gets a little lazy with the ball, and it's going to be turned over, but kept alive there by UTD. And now Rival pops it up in the air. Dalton plays it short in the middle, back across, and Dask intercepts.
Oh, he wanted that pass to Grover, but it was a little bit too fast. Ghost pinches that one off Grover all the way down to the Florida Tech side. Berto has to retreat, kind of lands on top of the ball, and now has to look for a clear. It's stolen away, but a nice save.
Yeah, Grover now driving it forward on the right side, trying to look for a cross, but it's blocked. Back into the center we go, and it's popped into the air, and Ghost is going to be ready to retrieve this one.
Berto, nice steal, but he needs a teammate. Dask gets a touch on it before he gets demoed. Rival can't get the clear. Centered up to Berto, who sneaks it in to get him within one.
Great job there by Florida Tech. They've done a great job here of moving down the field quickly, not really letting UTD get set, and it was a great shot there from Berto as he manages to just squeak it underneath Dalton, who was covering most of that goal. 3:05 left in regulation. It is a 1-goal lead for UTD, and Dask is going to win the opening kickoff here, and it's going to come back into the air here as Dask tries to hold it up off the back wall, and it's going to be cleared away by Rival, but kept alive by Grover. Sent back out, but Berto intercepts, and Dalton will clear.
Dask right at midfield. Great touch. Can he play the second one off the wall? He can't. Berto racing in. Denied as well. Grover one more chance. Berto looking for the give and go. Can't connect. Huge demo there. Dask missing on it as well, and Florida Tech just can't corral the ball.
Neither team can right now, as now it's a great setup here from Dask, and what a block that was. Berto was definitely looking at that one. Demo comes out as Dask has to intercept the ball in his own end. Now he's going forward. He's staring at an open goal, but it was a nice recovery there from Rival in order to make sure that wasn't going to be a shot. There's another shot. A goal. What a save from Dalton, and it's cleared out to center.
Almost 2 minutes left here for Florida Tech in game one. They need an equalizer. Berto, nice pop over Rival, looking to get the ball back on the dribble. And he'll do just that. Got a teammate near midfield, lobs it to Dask. It's a bit high, though. They don't have a follow-up for Florida Tech. Berto, one more chance. Him and Grover collide. They just cannot corral this ball. Finally, Berto puts it on net, but Ghost makes a great save.
It's going to be intercepted, though, by Dask. He's trying to keep it alive here. Rival, not a great hit on the ball, but Ghost is going to escort this one out. It's 2-on-1 right now, but a good commit from Grover will make sure that one gets out. Now Dask controlling it at midfield, but it's intercepted.
Berto now trying to get it around Dalton. Does just that. Stolen right away by a Rival down into the blue quarter.
It's going to be taken again by Grover. He's going to move back towards the middle of the field. He gets it past one. He falls it to Berto, and it's going to be sent forward and cleared immediately by Dalton. And now he sends it over the defense. That's a shot. What a save from Grover, who stands tall on the goal line.
Did not think that ball was going to be close. We get a huge lob down. Rival can't stop the ball's momentum. We're tied.
That was a game of inches right there. On one end, it was a phenomenal chance from Dalton that's denied by mere inches. And on the other side, Rival just can't get enough on that to stop the shot. And it's Florida Tech tying the game. 1:13 to go here in regulation as the kickoff is going to happen here. And Dalton wins that one immediately. Back to Rival with the back flick. And it's going to be going wide here, courtesy of Berto.
Great defense from Florida Tech, looking for a goal and a great comeback win here. Dalton still dribbling at 60 seconds left. Dask, huge blast into the corner, stopped by Rival. Berto can't get it off the wall.
It's going to be Rival climbing to get it in the air. He hits it towards the center, and it's cleared away by Grover. Dalton tries to get to it, but the redirection there from Dask will make sure he doesn't get there off the back wall. He pops it away, but Grover keeps with it. Takes it back again as Dalton tries to get it turned over to Berto. Dask now trying to cross it here. It's still in the corner. And it's going to be taken into the slot. Grover pops it in the air off the back wall. Is someone going to hit this? Berto, does he get enough pace on it? It's denied by Ghost. And it's cleared away by Ghost.
Chance here for UT Dallas to be the heroes. Grover gets the ball stolen away. Rival off the back wall. Here comes Dalton in a 1-on-2. Ghost looking for the go-ahead goal, and he gets it.
14 seconds, the potential game winner here from Ghost. He makes a phenomenal defensive stand in his own end, clears the ball himself, and then finishes a great chance here, and UTD holds the lead again. 14 seconds left. Can Florida Tech find another equalizer here? Well, it's not off to a good start, but it's going to be controlled by Grover in the air. He goes for a double hit. He's looking for Berto, but it's denied by Dalton. Back again for Desk, and Desk ties the game.
You said it, a great attempt at a double hit here from Grover and Berto. Dask in the perfect spot to sneak it around Ghost. 4 seconds, we're tied. Can anybody make a miracle off this kickoff, or in game 1 of week 3, are we looking at overtime? It gets popped up in the air. Grover gets a touch on it. Here comes Berto looking to keep it alive, and instead we'll just reset for overtime.
This should be exciting as the kickoff is going here, and it's going to go the way of UTD initially as Dask has to control a wild kickoff. That's going towards the goal, and Grover has to send it away.
Berto demoed here. Ghost looking for a shot. Gets it around 1. Deep into the corner, though. Dask corrals it. Ghost puts it in front of the net. Nobody home, though, for UTD to help.
And now Berto tries to clear it away. He gets a risky pass over to Grover, who pops it in the air. Dalton intercepts, goes for goal. Dask clears, and it's back in the UTD end.
Grover and Rival fighting out. Dask, great capitalize off the back wall. Ghost, huge clear. Grover pops it up. Stolen away! Oh, no! Oh, no!
Heartbreak for Florida Tech varsity as Grover had it pop up on him, and Ghost was flying in and just caught enough of it to direct it towards the goal, and UT Dallas will walk off in overtime of game 1.
Ghost picking up the hat trick as well. Absolutely crazy. That was only game 1 of week 3. This tournament powered by Geico Military. Geico Military has been a partner of the USO since 1997, providing support to military service members and their families throughout their time in service. Thank you, Geico Military, for being a force behind the forces. I mean, that was wild. UTD takes the lead with 14 seconds left. I don't know about you, Syphon. I'm like, okay, there's no way that there's going to see another comeback from Florida Tech varsity. Great effort. They tie it with 4 seconds left. I thought we were going to keep playing, and Grover just has a very unfortunate mistouch and leaves a free goal.
Yeah, a heavy touch there from Grover, but you know, Florida Tech, I mean, they definitely competed there. I mean, UTD had some issues trying to do, what they were normally doing in the first couple of weeks there. I mean, Florida Tech was definitely giving them everything they could handle, and if a few more things just go their way, if they're a bit luckier, if they are able to finish a few other chances, they could be walking out of there with a win. You know, they played well. They were not allowing a ton of chances. They were doing a good job defending and creating a lot of opportunities.
Yeah, my one challenge for Florida Tech varsity is just to play with that when you're not trailing. I mean, we never saw them push the tempo. They were down 2-0. They were down 3-2. You can't come back in overtime. I want to see Berto, Dask, and Grover strike first here in game 2 as we kick it off, but it's more of the same. Dalton looking to make a play here, bounces it off the backboard multiple times, and not quite able to get it done.
Nearly another early goal here for UT Dallas. Instead, Berto's going to try to return the favor. What a hit there. Oh, it goes high and off the backboard as he nearly had an opportunity there.
Oh, Ghost lobs a shot on net. Does look like we're having a bit of a scoreboard issue. It is still 0-0 here in game 2. Berto clearing it down, gets demo, balls in front of the net. Ghost, the hero, makes another spectacular play.
And now Rival pushing the pace with Ghost here, but it's just a little bit in front of him. Berto gets the clearance away, and now they got to reset towards the slot, and it's a misplay there from Dalton. Here comes Dask with the shot. Big save from Dalton in the goal. As now Grover trying to control it too. It goes high off the back wall, rolling towards the slot, and Ghost will win out on the 50-50.
Huge clear from Rival off the back wall over Berto, but Grover this time gets a great touch on it. Dalton, though, immediately going to lob it back as the team's kind of playing some volleyball here.
It's going to be bouncing awry there from Dalton, and now Grover looks to play this one as Dalton now battling for control in his own end. It's going to be popped up into the air by Grover. It's going to fall to Berto, and he nearly played it perfectly back to himself, but Ghost read the play. Grover keeping it alive now, sending it back out towards the slot for Dask. That's a phenomenal hit on the ball. What a save from Dalton.
Ghost looking for a clear. Doesn't have anybody there, though. Stopped in midfield by Grover. Rival chasing. Great dunk over. Does he have enough boost to catch it? No. Dask will clear it out of harm's way. Dalton one more time. Off the backboard. Berto can't stop Ghost from getting to it. Dalton's last-ditch effort. Not quite enough for his teammate to secure.
It's a 2-on-1 here as Grover holds it up. Looks to pass. Ghost with a shot. He scores!
Great job by Florida Tech, they push the pressure after the stop, as you mentioned. 2-on-1. Ghost just can't stop that ball. That's what I wanted. First lead of the game for Florida Tech. We'll see if they can continue to capitalize on it. Now that they're in the lead here of game 2, Ghost, clean win off the kickoff. Dask, the huge clear down immediately. Dalton stops any pressure, though.
It's going to fall there to Berto, who leaves it for Grover. It's going to be played back for Berto. He plays it off the back wall, and Dask not quite yet in position to play that one from almost the center field line, and it will be cleared away, but intercepted by Grover and cleared once again.
Berto, great challenge there. Pops the ball up for himself. Looking to get one more touch on it. Demo behind those, so it's just Dask and Berto for a little bit. And he's going to center it up, and there's nobody there in rotation. Rival just lobs a shot on net, but Grover's able to respawn.
It's kept alive by Ghost. Great clearance, though, from Dask, but it's intercepted by Dalton. Pop for Ghost, but he can't win the 50-50, and it's going to go back to Dalton again. And it's going to be tried to be cleared, but Rival keeps it in again, and Dalton not letting this go. Back to Ghost off the back wall. Sent out towards the center field line for Grover, and it's finally cleared.
Rival looking to get this clear. Berto going to deny it. Here comes Dalton this time, looking for the pass. Dask has other ideas, and the net's wide open until Ghost makes a great save. Can Berto keep the pressure on? He's looking for a pass, but Dalton just steals it away.
Great job there from Dalton, and now Ghost now trying to play it from the corner. It's intercepted by Dask on the goal line, and Dask doesn't give up on the play.
I don't know how Dask decided to commit to this. He kind of lobs it on net. I don't know if he was looking for a bump or what, and the ball just kind of bounces off Rival into the back of the net. Great challenge. Florida Tech with the 2-0 lead here. See if they can hold on and force us to what would be one of our few game threes we've seen, as Dalton gets a shot on an open net.
Can't let your guard down, and UTD strike immediately on the kickoff. We've seen them do this time and time again, and Dalton just gets enough space. He sees the open goal, and he just puts it in there perfectly, the bottom corner. It's a one-goal game again. Are they going to be able to tie it up, though, as the kickoff happens again here? Ghost tries to get it past him, but instead Grover will play this one off the back wall. He's looking for Dask. Dask denied once. He misses the second time, and Berto denied a third time. And now Rival on the counterattack turns it over.
Dalton gets enough on it to keep it up in the air. Berto looking for a wall play. Everybody too hesitant. Dalton with a bad squeeze off the wall forces Rival to retreat. Near disaster there. Grover wants to capitalize. Back to a teammate. Berto, lob on net, turned away, but the second chance Dask can't get there.
Here goes Ghost, though. It might be gone, and Ghost has tied the game. UTD on a long clearance from Ghost has tied the game, and it just fell perfectly for him, and the rotations are off.
Way too aggressive for Florida Tech. You had the lead. See if they can hold on this time. You mentioned it, Syphon. Kickoffs has been UTD's special. Rival nearly gets one. Dalton going to pop it up in the air. Needs a teammate. Ghost is there, but a bad touch should allow Dask to get a nose on it, and he will.
It's going to fall to Ghost, though, but he didn't get turned around in time. Instead, Berto will now take this one. Tries to get it around Dalton, and he nearly did. 1 minute remains here in regulation as now Dask bring it along the side, and again, nearly got it past Rival.
Grover looking to center for a teammate right on top of the crossbar. Grover just barely misses. Pressure still here for Florida Tech. Rival needs a clear. We get a triple commit in midair. It's all up to Dalton, who has to backflip to safety. Grover steals it away.
Grover takes the lead for Florida Tech. And Dalton just waited too long to commit to that one. He just stared it down, and Grover goes all the way in and intercepts it and puts it past Dalton, and Florida Tech holds the lead with not much time to go as Dalton immediately wins the kickoff, but Grover will clear this one away. Falls to Berto as he pushes it forward, going to Dask as 30 seconds remain.
Dask looking for the insurance goal. Rival not going to allow that. Huge clear down to the corner. Dalton off the back wall. Ghost gets caught in traffic. A huge bump in front of the net, and Dalton's tied the game.
And now it was Florida Tech's turn to not be able to get the ball out of their own end. Dask just not able to get set one more time. He was a fraction of a second from being able to block that shot. Instead, Dalton ties the game again. And it looks like overtime definitely could be destined here, but with how quick they're scoring, who knows? As Dask puts a shot on goal, cleared away by Dalton.
Berto looking to keep it alive. Chance here for Florida Tech in the final seconds! Grover with the hat trick!
Oh my goodness! Chance after chance is going in the back of the net there, and Grover, what a phenomenal hit on that shot! And he puts it in the top section of the goal. And now this is now a pivotal kickoff. We are under 10 seconds remaining in regulation. Dalton shoots, but it goes wide, but it's not cleared. And it could fall back to Rival. He gets it on goal. It's in the air. It's still a possibility, or it cannot hit the ground, though. Popped up by Ghost, and it will be cleared away. Guided into the ground, and Florida Tech will force game 3.
Oh, my. Oh, who decided to schedule this game first? Are you kidding me? This has been the craziest series I think I have ever seen in Rocket League. Game 1, I'm like, okay, nothing can top 2 goals in the final 14 seconds. How about 3 goals in the final 30? I don't know what to tell these teams anymore. This is absolutely insane. When I think one team has the advantage, you see Florida Tech, 2-0 lead. They look safe. They have some mistakes. And let's be honest, Siphon, some of these goals just don't make sense.
You know, they don't make sense from a defensive perspective, so I almost feel like you tell the team just keep scoring. That's the best way to do this, is just keep scoring goals. But there's just been so many defensive breakdowns that have been punished. I mean, we were not accustomed to seeing this out of either one of these teams at this rate, you know, based on what we saw from them over the last couple of weeks. And then here, there's just been so many shots, you know, just and chances that haven't been cleared that we've seen them be cleared before.
Yeah, I mean, the last goal from UT Dallas would look like the game tire, looked like the overtime forcer. So you mentioned Dash just kind of flips. I think he ended up hitting the crossbar, was just mere inches away from saving it. I don't know what to expect here in Game 3. It is fitting that this series has been our first Game 3 that we'll see on stream between UT Dallas and Florida Tech, because this series has had everything. As Dalton looks to corral this, Grover wants to punish it back to a teammate. Dash, though, gets pushed out of the way.
And it's now going to fall again. That's a great hit on the ball, though, and then Grover has to make a big save. And now Grover getting it past Rival. He's going to send it back to Berto, who plays it high in the corner. It's going to be popped up in the air, out towards center. Dalton controls it towards the goal. Dask managing to evade both defenders, and now there's one person back for UTD.
Dalton not able to get to it. I thought Dalton was there for the easy save. Let's get another look at this for Berto. This is a great angle. Dalton's racing back and just can't get there in time. You're right.
Rival and Dalton were there. That's a great place shot.
Just a communication breakdown. I think they each thought the other one had it. We'll see what UTD can do out the kickoff. Instead, it's Grover clearing it down. Ghost trying to get it away. Dask other ideas. Ball popped up in the air. Grover just misses.
It's going to come back here to Dask in the corner. Dalton sending it up here, and he's going to finish. Tie game.
It all starts with this demo right here. Takes Berto out of the play. There's no goalie. He knows that. Great play by Dalton, the demo and the finish. This series just getting started. 1-1 here. Game 3, 4 minutes on the clock. Great kickoff win there from UT Dallas. Dasto with a great recovery, dribbling it. Whoops, Ghost going to steal it away.
Going to come back here to Grover. He sets up Berto, who sends it too high, and Dalton manages to redirect it away. And now he will control this one in the corner, but Berto takes it away. And he's going to try to set up someone for it, but it's taken away from him in the corner. Now Dask trying to center it, but Dalton will clear it away.
Grover, nice stop. Kind of gets bumped away, though, so he loses control of the ball. That does allow Dalton for a touch. Pass down to Ghost, who wants a shot. Way too high. Is there a rebound here for Rival? It's off to the right, and Grover clears.
And Grover setting it up for Dask, and what a save from Dalton, but it's not out of danger. And Ghost will try to guide this one away. Grover will take it away. He tries to set up Dask, but it's too fast across the goal line, and he'll have to recollect on the other corner, but he's got it near post there for Berto. It falls short. Who's going to clear this one? And it's going to be Ghost.
Dask keeping the pressure over to Berto. Centered up here. Great touch by Grover. Dalton gets one away, clears it up, and we get a sigh of relief.
And it's going to be a poor clearance from Dask, who tries to get it to Dalton, but that was a risky pass, nearly intercepted by Berto. And now it's going to go to Grover here, and Grover is going to go for a double hit aerial. He got past one, but not the next, as Dask now tries to play it off the corner wall. He crosses it in. It's going to be Grover guiding it towards the goal. He's going to go for the aerial, and Ghost with a magnificent save.
Ghost looking for a clear. Stop by Berto at midfield. Rival and Berto on a 50 ball, just kind of goes straight up in the air. Dalton now wants to clear. Dask going to deny that one, looking to center it up. He's got Berto right in front of the net, at least he thought he did, and Rival with the free clear. There's Berto now, but Ghost puts it back to the orange side.
And it looked like he rotated back to play defense up top as he gets demolished by Ghost, but Dask guiding this one forward. He gets a shot on goal from Grover. What a save from Rival on that shot.
Demo near midfield. Rival going to take advantage right into the respawn. Plays the bounce perfectly. There's not enough juice on that shot.
It's going to be kept alive by Ghost, but Berto will finally clear this one away. Looking for Grover now to pop it up. Dask is coming for it, but instead Dalton tries to clear it away, but he pops it short. Berto can't get to it, though. It's going to be cleared forward again here. Berto battling for it. It comes to Dask, who pops it in the air. It goes straight down. No one's able to get to this ball. Rival will clear it away.
Huge misses for both teams. Rival with a nice steal. We get a demo on to Dalton. Can that open things up? Berto looking to get it down to Grover. Ghost with the steal.
Oh,
no! Cross map and UTD has the lead.
2 games in a row there as Ghost with a full-length goal there on a clearance. And Florida Tech punished for aggressive rotations again, and now they have 1:38 to try to find an equalizer after playing so well for most of this game. And Dalton is going to try to put this one in off the face-off, and he's not able to.
Berto takes way too long to clear it. Great challenge by Rival. Now Ghost stops that one as well. UTD smells blood. Dalton off the back wall. Can somebody get there? Dask with a nice clear.
Oh man, this could be an opportunity here. Berto popping it up. Berto with pace. Oh, it's denied by Dalton by the slimmest of margins. And it's kept alive by Grover. He doesn't want to go home empty-handed here as Ghost will clear this away.
Dask, nice touch on the ball. Gets it around one. Dalton, fantastic stop at midfield. Looking for one more. Can he get it on net? No. Grover makes a great save.
1 minute remains here. Can Florida Tech find the equalizer? As Ghost chases after here. Dask tries to get it, but Dalton gets there first. Intercepted by Berto at the center field line, and it's going to fall again to Grover. He will put it on goal. It's going to be intercepted by Dalton and sent right back where it came.
Grover cleared and across the field. Florida Tech looking for overtime at game 3. Dask, a pass down to his teammate. Berto doesn't get a good touch on it. Dalton looking for the punish. Can't find it. 30 seconds left as Rival corrals it.
And Rival evades one challenge. Grover takes it away, though, as Dask retreats. Ghost will take it away, as Dask will take it right back in the corner. Dalton sends it deep, looking for Ghost to get a piece of it, and Grover calls for it and secures it.
Oh, nice dodge on the demo. They can't corral the ball. Dalton looking to punish him, but Ghost backed off at the last second. 6 seconds left. Can Florida Tech go the length of the field?
I don't know, but it's going to head that direction. Rival clears it away. That could be going towards the goal. It's wide. But UT Dallas will hold on.
I've seen games keep going when the ball hits there. That was kind of interesting. UT Dallas gets the win, and I think the first thing we have to do, Seifert, is apologize to Florida Tech. We're like, oh, easy win for UTD. They got the only 1-1 team. That series was absolutely insane. You'll have a hard time watching that and say, Florida Tech's 1-1? How? That was crazy.
You know, that was crazy. They must have been scrimming against their JV team some more because, you know that wasn't great. I mean, UTD definitely last week was doing a great job opening up the field with a lot of demolitions that we saw. I mean, they were very good at that, opening up space, creating numbers disadvantages, and they didn't really do that very well this week. And Florida Tech, I mean, they were giving them everything they could handle, and honestly, they should probably consider themselves unlucky they lost this series. They should have won.
I'm going to be very curious and very, astute on watching. If we get to week 6 and Florida Tech misses by 1 game, I mean, they're going to look back and say, what could have been? Well, that incredible series has us a little behind. So if it's good with you, Siphon, I'm ready to just hop into the next one because that was crazy. I think we've got TSB Gaming taking on Escape Velocity, teams we haven't seen too much of. And I think the only question we're going to have, Siphon, is can they at all live up to what potentially might be the best series we've ever seen?
Well, we certainly hope so. I mean, there's still some intrigue to both of these teams as we haven't quite seen them yet, at least in terms of Escape Velocity, who weren't able to be shown last week.
Yeah, we were all ready for Escape Velocity. I was told the players were in lobby, ready to go. They're asking, hey, you ready? You are. And then one of the players disconnected at that moment, so they're able to push it back. Game ended up taking place off stream. So that's always got to be in the back of your mind if you're that player for Escape Velocity. I don't know if in the week weeks' time. They've been able to relocate. But that's always got to be in the back of your mind, like, man, am I going to have another issue? Because, I mean, it was around this time. It was that 4:30-ish time range that Escape Velocity was supposed to play.
Yeah, definitely. But I think you can only control what you can control. And I would imagine that it probably might have just been a random thing. It probably isn't something that's regular. But, we obviously aren't, known to that kind of information. But, it's up to Escape Velocity to overcome and adapt.
I'm really excited to see TSB, one of the few teams we haven't seen yet, because we've seen a lot of unique styles, so I'm very interested to see what they want to bring out. TSB and Escape Velocity should be our next series here in our USO Invitational Qualifiers. Before we get to that, though, let's give the team some help, though, and maybe some keys on how to just match what we just saw in that last series. Let's throw it over to Doc's Keys of the Game. Brought to you by Geico Military. Those are create mistakes, punish the overcommit, don't overstay, and bump and demo to disrupt. We saw all of that in our last series, and especially that don't overstay. That allowed so many cross-map goals for UTD. Doc's Keys of the Game are brought to us by Geico Military. Geico Military has been a proud sponsor of the USO since 1997. TSB Gaming and Escape Velocity, our next series here, getting set to go in week number 3 of the USO Invitational Qualifier. Fish and Siphon here calling what has already been an explosive evening, and we have barely just started. If you missed it, my goodness, UT Dallas and Florida Tech Varsity with an insane battle. I hope these two teams weren't watching the stream, because there's got to be so much pressure when hey, your game's going to be on stream, and you're like, okay, that's no problem. The game before us isn't going to matter, and we leave that game, and it's like, oh, now what do I do? Like, how do I match how do I keep the stream hyped? So hopefully they weren't watching. Hopefully they were just practicing, getting ready to go, as we said, for Escape Velocity, making sure internet connections are secure. Tell your mom to call the family later, Mom. I got a game to play. I just hope everything's good to go and that we get another great series.
Yeah, definitely so. Hopefully, it's able to take place, and it's going to be a good one. I think that both of these teams have shown themselves to be pretty good, and this is a pretty important match when you consider, the standings. I mean, this could push either team, back up over 500 to 2-1, and then that can definitely be putting you in contention for top 8, which is going to be very important. This can help build a platform for you to continue to pick up some wins as we gain more time through the weeks.
You make a great point with this Swiss bracket being, I believe, 6 weeks long. We're right in that middle mark. I mean, 2-1 feels a lot better than 1-2, and so you're totally right. I mean, that is probably the difference between, feeling comfortable in the next coming weeks. Though, again, there's always that argument of, oh, well, in Swiss, sometimes it helps to play the worst teams. But, again, I don't subscribe to that. I don't think you do either. So, yeah, 2-1 is a lot different than 1-2. You're above 500. You're probably in that top 8-ish, depending on how the rest of our games go today. I know we have some 2-0 teams, but yeah, I would think both these teams are just trying to get to 2-1. Very curious to see how this goes here as we get ready to hop in to game number 1 here between TSB Gaming and Escape Velocity. We'll see exactly what is going to happen here as Escape Velocity in the orange. Aoka and company already with some great pressure. Looks like Freak's going to try and clear it away. Brock gets a touch on it, but they can't get it away, and now finally Brock does.
Yeah, here comes Brock now trying to battle for it, but it's going to be instead taken now by Freak, who gets it taken away from him here. Now it's going to be a nice shot on goal there by Lettuce, and it's going to be taken away, though, as it was a great save by Brock.
Shizzle now, great touch. Helped out there by Lettuce, right in front of the net. Can anybody find the back of it? Barcelona not able to. Brock with a great clear, and now Freak is able to at least get it away.
And it's a nice clearance there by Foshizzle as it's going to be taken now, popped up in the air. Barcelona, though, will have to make a good clearance on it, and he will, as now Lettuce has to retreat back to get it as Aoka will move forward here with it down the left field side. He gets it over both defenders. Lettuce pops it up, but no one's there to finish. And now Foshizzle trying to play it off the back wall, sets up Lettuce!
Great pressure here by Escape Velocity. Starts with that miscommunication, but they keep the ball on their side. Fantastic play by Foshizzle and Lettuce right past Freak. Able to get that one in. 1-0 lead here for Escape Velocity. Felt like they were in control that first minute overall. Off the kickoff, JK Foshizzle with a great win. A lot of Lettuce gets a nose on it. Scary clear, though, as Brock's going to corral this until he misses on it.
And it's going to come back out here to Foshizzle, who plays it up in the air for Lettuce, who pops it back up here for Foshizzle, who plays it off the back wall, but he got bumped out of the way. There's another shot on goal! And Lottie Lettuce grabs a second.
So much pressure for Escape Velocity here. They're just peppering shots. Maybe kind of landed on the Freak that threw him away. as well. Great job by Escape Velocity. A lot of Lettuce. 2 goals now. See what TSB can do off this kickoff as Lettuce is right there looking for the early hat trick, but it's turned away by the Freak.
It's going to be battled for by Ayoka now. It's going to come back to Faux Shizzle, who sends it towards the slot. Going to be popped up here by Ayoka. It's going to fall here for Lettuce. He wants it. It's on the goal line, and Faux Shizzle will pop it in.
Lettuce got the demo instead of the ball, which is what makes this look so weird. Luckily, his teammate able to bail him out. TSB needs to work on their defense. Nobody was home there. 3-0 lead for Escape Velocity. They look in complete command here, but a great chance here. Lettuce immediately denies it. Starts the attack off the back wall. Nobody can get there.
And it's going to come back out here towards Brock, who's going to go for a rare attack here in the last few minutes, but it's going to be immediately taken by Ayoka, and it's going to be taken away from him by Barcelona as Faux Shizzle sends it forward looking for a waiting Ayoka. Lettuce is staring at an open goal, but he opts out of it with a fantastic touch off the back wall, and it's denied by Barcelona.
Lettuce maybe juked himself there as JK Faux Shizzle for the rare time on the defensive end of the board. Brock looking for a play. We got Barcelona bumping people out of the way. Lettuce, though, steals it, gets it around 1, but misses on it. Huge mistake.
And it's going to be taken away here now as Faux Shizzle gets denied there. And it's going to come back out here instead towards the goal of TSB. But who is there? Lottie Lettuce goes for the shot, denied, and then Ayoka pops it free. Faux Shizzle with the shot. He's denied by the post.
It was a wide open net. TSB let the crossbar make all the saves, and instead the Freak capitalizes.
Wow, that's a best MVP on the defense right there. Good job by the post, and a great clearance by the post as well, as it ends up leading towards a goal for TSB. 2-goal game now with 2:20 to go. As it's going to be Lettuce winning that opening kickoff here, and now he's got it in the corner. He's looking back for Ayoka, and somehow Ayoka wins that ball, but it's going to be popped back in the air. Ayoka again wins the 50-50. It's going to be popped in the corner, and it's going to be controlled by Ayoka. Looking to go towards the slot. He pops it forward, and it's going to be sitting there far post, and Lettuce couldn't get to it.
JK Faux Shizzle keeping the ball alive. Escape Velocity's had so many chances, pinches it down. Nice clear by Barcelona, though, but Lettuce has an opportunity. Shot is wide. Can anyone play the rebound? Lettuce tries, Ayoka tries, and neither of them can get to it.
And now here's a nice takeaway there by Faux Shizzle, and it's going to come towards Lettuce. Lettuce will pop it up for Ayoka, but instead it's going to be cleared away. And now it's going to come back to Brock downfield, and it's going to be actually going to Freak, who plays it back for Barcelona. And instead it's going to go the other direction here, and Lettuce playing it backwards before turning around. It's going to fall towards Ayoka now at center. It's going to be taken away, but he manages to cross it into the corner, goes for the shot, and he scores!
What a great angle from Ayoka. Going to steal that full boost away after a bad touch by Barcelona. And just a fantastic shot. Lettuce, the next closest member anyway. And Escape Velocity securing their lead. Just over a minute in this game. As off the kickoff, Lettuce with another clean win. But Brock, great touch. Faux Shizzle, though, denies it. Lobs the ball on net. Ayoka's going to redirect it.
What a pass! Wow. Faux Shizzle with a phenomenal pass there, and Ayoka does everything he can to get there and taps it in. Wow, that was crazy.
Oh, that was just a shot.
I did too. 5-1 though for Escape Velocity as Ayoka leaves it for Lettuce. He's going to go for goal, and instead taken away by Brock and into the corner. And he has 1 minute to try to gather for the hat trick. And instead Lettuce tries again after Faux Shizzle brings it in. Brock trying to clear it away. Ayoka not giving up on the play and finally gets the clearance out.
Ooh, it's almost a scary spot there. Barcelona gets a great touch. Freak just hits the crossbar. Barcelona's pass back turned away, and now it's trouble for TSB. The net is wide open. The ball's right in front, and Lettuce has the hat trick.
Lettuce will get his hat trick after all. It just becomes coming much later than you would expect, as he manages to get a nice touch there on a kind of a crazy bounce there off the wall. It's going to be the hat trick, though, for Lettuce. 6-1 for Escape Velocity here in Game 1 as Brock nearly puts it in off the kickoff. It's going to go to Aoka in the air instead. Now it's going to come back to Lettuce off the wall, and Barcelona will clear it.
30 seconds left. Don't know if there's enough time for TSB to win, but there's definitely enough time for a goal or two. Right now, Escape Velocity is just playing keep away as Freak's not able to get it. Barcelona looking to dribble it up, build some momentum for game two. They're just not going to find it. Instead, Aoka has the hat trick.
Escape Velocity with a pair of hat tricks in this one. Aoka again, another nice finish. And it's just one of those things you don't think he's going to be able to get there. All of a sudden, he appears in the front, gets a touch on the ball, and he puts it in. 7-1 for Escape Velocity, under 10 seconds remaining now. And Aoka, again, another great win on a 50-50. As Foshizzle tries to add a goal maybe to his stats for the game. Instead, though, it's going to roll away. And Escape Velocity will take game one.
Escape Velocity dominating that game. Forget this tournament powered by Geico Military. Geico Military has been a partner of the USO since 1997, providing support to military service members and their families throughout their time in service. Thank you, Geico Military, for being a force behind the forces. USO Rocket League Invitational week number 3. It's been absolutely insane so far. That game a little bit more one-sided, if you will, Siphon. I think at the end there, TSB only had 2 total shots to, in absolute, probably I think in the 20s for Escape Velocity. So as we head into game 2, feels like Escape Velocity is probably going to come out on top. What do you think TSB needs to do to force us to a game 3?
I think they need to be more willing to take more risks. I mean, even when they were clearing the ball a few times throughout the game, they were not really coming over their own center field line, except for their 2 attacks that they did have where they did register shots towards the goal. And I think that they need to be more willing to move out of their own zone and create some opportunities for themselves. Like in Doc's keys to the game, they've got to create mistakes, and they were not doing that.
Escape Velocity, total control. But yeah, as you mentioned, I mean, if you create some mistakes, we talk about Doc's keys for Escape Velocity. You can't overcommit because there are a couple times they went all in on a goal. If that ball doesn't go in the back of the net, who knows how the next 10 seconds go. So it's TSB, it's Escape Velocity looking to move to 2-1 here with a game win. Meanwhile, TSB just wants to get us to a game 3. Looks like we did have a little bit of an issue there. Hopefully it's not Escape Velocity having internet problems. Looks like we're all in and ready to go as we kick off game number 2. Freak already with a great touch, but Lettuce, the hero from last game, stops that one already, though. Some pressure here for TSB as Brock just misses.
It's going to be a double commit there from Foshizzle and Aoka, and it results in Freak taking the ball, but Aoka now will dribble it away, and that's a good hit on it, but just a bit too close there as it's taken away by TSB.
Brock looking to get to it. Barcelona is there. Brock's got to turn around. Foshizzle, though, with a great steal, looking for a second touch at that midfield stripe. Aoka waiting, but Freak with fantastic save.
Not enough pace on that shot there from Foshizzle, or pass, whatever you want to call that one, as Lettuce takes it away off the corner, and it's going to come back to Foshizzle in the air. He somehow gets a great touch on the ball, and Aoka will put it in, and Foshizzle made that one happen.
This is another thing that TSB needs to work on. There is no one in front of the net. It's 2 members of Escape Velocity. Barcelona racing back. Easy goal for Escape Velocity. This time it is Aoka picking it up. We'll see off the kickoff for Shizzle with a clean win. Barcelona does get a great touch on it. Aoka looking to redirect it on net. Freak, though, in the corner should corral it.
And it's going to come back to Lettuce. Great step in front of by Freak, though, to send that one the other direction as Foshizzle wins the ball back, plays it in the air. He's looking for Aoka, and it's going to come to Lettuce, but he doesn't redirect it towards the goal. Foshizzle pops it up. Aoka tries to pop it back, and instead it's going to go the other direction as Brock starts the counterattack, but no one's there to help him. He might do it himself, but it's cleared.
Barcelona challenging Lettuce, can't get there. Aoka long shot on net, rebound attempt, bouncing around. Foshizzle one chance, Lettuce gonna spike it in, but a huge save from Barcelona to keep us in a 1-0 game.
Pair of big saves there from TSB as Foshizzle will try again with Aoka, and they try to go for a fake, but instead it's well read and cleared away.
Foshizzle pass over to Lettuce, ball kind of gets touched out, slows it down. Barcelona centers it up, but Foshizzle's there. 2-on-1, but Foshizzle doesn't care, fakes them all out. But the ball's wide of the net, it's re-centered. Lettuce has a free shot, but he just gets a wrong angle.
Aoka keeping it alive, and then Lettuce sends it the wrong way. And instead, Barcelona now going to try to start a counterattack here. But Lettuce with a great turn off the wall will try to take this one away. It's now going the right direction if you're an Escape Velocity fan, as Foshizzle tries to send it on net, and Lettuce will take what it was left and put it in.
Great job. Foshizzle pop it off here. He gave to Barcelona. Thought he had the save, but Lettuce sneaks it in right past the crossbar. And Escape Velocity building a lead. This feels like they've been dominating all game. The fact it's 2-0 is a testament to TSB as that ball popped in the air. Foshizzle over to Lettuce, but Freak just clears it out of harm's way.
Lettuce not done though. He pops it in the air, and now Aoka leaving it for Lettuce, and Aoka denied. It's going to be a great challenge from TSB as Foshizzle has to go back to play it with Freak in pursuit. Freak not giving up on the play. It's slammed off the back wall and finally cleared away.
Aoka dribbling it upfield. Foshizzle looking for the demo. Aoka still has control. Finally, Brock steals it away. Now Barcelona with a long clear. Foshizzle just stops that one.
It's going to be tried to take by Aoka instead. Lettuce will send that one away. Here's Foshizzle, who will guide it into the corner. Oh, man, that was nearly a great 1-2 right there with the wall. Instead, Barcelona will leave it around in the corner. Aoka will take it, and Aoka plays it down, looking for Lettuce. They're trying to set up Foshizzle for a goal, but they're not able to get it down.
They saved that ball in front of the TSB net. Escape Velocity having too much fun right now. TSB wants to get the punish, but no one's near the ball. Lettuce, I don't know who's playing on what team anymore as they clear the ball to their own net.
It's going to go back to Lettuce. Foshizzle's on the breakaway. Can he get to the ball? The answer is no, and Barcelona will get there first as Aoka gets to it, and now Barcelona on the counterattack, trying to be popped up by Foshizzle. Barcelona trying to put it in, and Lettuce bounces the wrong way, and it's going to be a goal back here.
This is a great job by mainly Barcelona. I think Escape Velocity having a little bit too much fun.
Yeah.
This game should not be 2-1 right now.
No, it
There's
should not.
no reason Escape Velocity should not be at 6. We'll see if TSB can make them pay. As off the kickoff, Aoka gets a small touch on it, wants to pass it. Foshizzle can't get it. I don't know what is happening right now.
They really want Foshizzle to get a goal. And they probably feel like he's deserved it with how much he's created. What a save from Lettuce. That was definitely going in. Aoka on the breakaway now. Maybe sensing a goal is needed here to provide some more insurance. As Freak has it cleared back towards the center. Aoka intercepts it again though. Barcelona can't have it cleared.
1 minute left, still a chance. Lettuce looking to put the dagger on. Can't get it. Now it's Freak's turn, but a great job by Aoka just to keep the pressure on.
Here comes Foshizzle now playing it off the wall. Tries to get it centered, but Brock misplays it. And now Aoka leaving it in the air. Lettuce pushing it towards the corner. Aoka again, they're still trying to set up Foshizzle for a shot on goal. It's a great turn off the wall. And now Foshizzle waits. He drives forward, but it's taken away from him.
Foshizzle with a great little touch. There's Lettuce now, 30 seconds left. Barcelona, huge clear, huge demo. Chance for Barcelona and TSB. Where's that ball going? Finally, Lettuce makes a save.
Here comes Aoka again, but Barcelona not giving up on the play. It's a great job here from TSB, trying to create some mistakes here. As Brock now plays it high over the wall. Aoka sends it forward, looking for Foshizzle, but Lettuce gets a touch on it, sends it back the other direction. Just playing keep away here with 2 seconds remaining. Popped into the air. Lettuce trying to guide this one towards the bottom. Barcelona kept it alive.
What?
And an own goal will tie the game and send it to overtime.
What? What is happening? What is this?
They want Foshizzle to have a goal, I guess.
He scores it and there's... Alright, I guess we're playing overtime. I have no idea what Escape Velocity is doing at this point. We'll see if Foshizzle can find the back of the net. As Lettuce dribbles it up, sets it up for Aoka, but Brock will get the clear. Aoka has Foshizzle waiting, but it's stopped by TSB.
Well, Foshizzle has a goal. He scored that one. So, you know, he just probably wants a second, but he has a goal. He scored the tying goal for TSB. As it goes back to center.
The TSB wins this. I will lose my mind. And Barcelona looks for it, and Freak gets it done! For no reason whatsoever, we're going to a game 3!
Foshizzle is in the goal. He's got to clear that Lettuce couldn't either. And TSB will force game 3. Everybody gets a goal, I guess. It just doesn't matter if it's an own goal or not.
USO Invitational Rocket League Qualifier, week number 3. TSB and Escape Velocity, what felt like an easy series for Escape Velocity, has somehow, some way made it to game 3, Siphon. I mean, at this point, I guess if you're TSB, your best play is demo Faux Shizzle so he can never score, because it looks like you called it. That felt like what Escape Velocity was trying to do, was just give Faux Shizzle a goal.
Well, actually, you want to demo everybody else. Let Faux Shizzle shoot. He scored more for you. I mean, I don't know. They got to, but I do think there's something to the demolitions. They definitely started to force more mistakes. And even though that second one was not deserved the way it happened, it definitely was deserved because they were creating mistakes. They were coming forward and they were creating opportunities. And that was the biggest deal. But they've got to just tighten it up a little bit at the back. There was a lot of chances going the other direction.
It was almost like if we leave the goal wide open, Escape Velocity will choke. And to be honest, that somehow worked like a few times. I mean, sometimes in Rocket League, in any sport, the hardest goal is the one that's just wide open, and you just like, oh, I can't mess this up. I can't mess this up. Yeah, defensively, TSB needs to get a little bit better, but as you said, they started creating more pressure. That game didn't feel as bad as Game 1 felt, so we'll see who comes out here on top. Game 3, TSB and Escape Velocity. TSB right now in total control. Freak just misses and hits the crossbar.
The open goal, the hardest one to finish. As Brock tries to go forward now. Faux Shizzle tries to finish a shot, and it's saved by Freak. Kept alive by Lettuce, denied by Barcelona, and it's going to be kept alive by Lettuce. He tries to play to Faux Shizzle. Brock goes on the counterattack, and it's going to go the other direction as it gets away from Brock, and it's going to be turned over in the air.
TSB, all the pressure. Freak takes a shot. Great save by Lettuce. Brock still chasing, but it gets stolen away by Aoka. Lettuce down there looking to redirect it on net, but a huge save by Freak. Now it's Shizzle's turn. They know you want him to score, but he can't find it.
Oh no, and then Freak sends it back in a dangerous position, but Faux Shizzle didn't see it, and now he tries to score again. He's denied by Freak on the goal line, and it's cleared away there by TSB, but it's not out of danger just yet. Another chance from Aoka, gonna go back the other direction. Faux Shizzle shoots again, saved by Freak, kept alive by Lettuce, trying to go for another opportunity, and Barcelona will clear it.
Barcelona looking for a center, nobody there, so it's up to Faux Shizzle now, off the wall to a teammate. Lettuce clears it down to Faux Shizzle, looking to set it up. It's in front of the net. There's Aoka, but it's too high.
And now Freak has it turned around here. Can he get the counterattack started? He tries to get it past Lettuce, but he's not able to do so. And Lettuce tries to send it forward here into the slot. Barcelona pops it forward. Aoka trying to go to center here, and it's denied by Brock. Lettuce now pops it in the air, leaving it there for Faux Shizzle. Back off the corner wall. It takes an awkward bounce. Barcelona takes it away, and Lettuce now will move the other direction.
Lettuce wants to play it off the back wall. Huge demo from Aoka. Goals wide open. Just needs to get it there. But Barcelona with a great recovery. Faux Shizzle centers it up over to Aoka. They want to pitch it together, and they miss.
Faux Shizzle still a snake bit in terms of the blue goal. And Lettuce now trying to keep it alive. Get it out of danger. Barcelona loses out on the 50-50 to Lettuce. And now here comes Aoka down the side. Tries to cross it over. Somehow gets a demolition down onto Brock. But Freak will get one right back onto Faux Shizzle.
Brock can't get there. Lettuce, great touch to Aoka. They still can't find the back of the net. Another demo for Shizzle in front of the net. Freak makes a fantastic save. Aoka one more time, but it's way too wide.
And Brock now will send it around the wall, but Faux Shizzle takes it. It gets away from him, though. Aoka loses out on the 50-50. Here comes Barcelona, who gets a piece of it. It goes high off the center wall. Freak gets demolished, but Brock has a clear shot at goal, but it's blocked away. It guided back into the corner, kept alive by Brock. Here goes Aoka the other way, and it's saved.
TSB's defense doing just enough. It has Faux Shizzle scored!
He scores! Oh my goodness! What on earth is happening as Faux Shizzle manages to pounce on a mistake at the back, pops it in the bottom corner, and Escape Velocity finally have scored a goal here in regulation for themselves. But Lonnie Lettuce gonna try to get a second, and he will!
Now that Foshizzle has scored, the rest of the team will allow themselves to. He steals this one, by the way, from Foshizzle. As all
Only
madness has come out. Somehow, by the way, I want to say Freak has 6 saves. Just completely insane. Aoka has 5 demos. Aoka looking for a goal here. And it's Lettuce who puts it in. And I think Escape Velocity has come alive.
Yeah, I think it's because he's marking Foshizzle. He's guarding Foshizzle, so every time he tried to shoot, he was getting the block.
I think Aoka's probably got all the demos onto Freak as well. Oh, I'm glad Foshizzle has finally scored. As he gets demoed here, Lettuce gonna pass it over to Aoka. It's a bit high though. Aoka looking for Foshizzle, turned away.
He's gonna go back along the sidewall here as Lettuce letting it get behind him here, and it's played back out towards the center, and now Foshizzle gonna try for another one maybe as Barcelona clears it away. Lettuce now gonna play this one in the corner. He's gonna try to send this one forward. Barcelona tries to play it. That's an awkward ricochet. Barcelona tries again to finish it. It's almost guided in accidentally by Aoka. And it's now still a 3-0 game, and Lettuce goes the other direction, and Lettuce grabs the hat trick.
Shizzle was in hot pursuit there, but it was just a great chance by TSB. They just missed. And then their earlier problems doomed them. Wide open net. Can't have that happen. Hat trick for Lettuce. And we'll see if Escape Velocity can this time hold on in the final seconds of over a minute left. Lettuce in front of the net, but it's saved by Freak once again.
It's gonna go back the other direction towards the slot. Aoka wants a goal, but he sends it wide of the goal instead. As Brock now tries to play it, but he's intercepted by Foshizzle, leaving it there. Oh my goodness, Lettuce.
Shizzle, great steal, chance for another goal for him. But it's off the back wall. Freak with a huge clear. Aoka's there though. Time ticks down as Foshizzle centers it to Aoka, who almost misses, but it rebounds in.
He's got to get the style points off the crossbar.
This has been an insane series. I thought they leave the goal line open and they'll miss strategy was going to work again. I honestly did.
It's worked pretty well until finally Foshizzle scored a goal.
Foshizzle scored, the floodgates open. Foshizzle looking for one more. He can't find it though.
It's gonna go back to Freak here, 30 seconds remain. Freak has it centered in his own area accidentally as Aoka wins out on the 50-50. It's gonna come back here to Lettuce. Lettuce will send it away, sends it back in for a shot, looking for Aoka. Now Foshizzle goes for the 50-50, he loses out. Freak has to get turned around. That's a nice setup here from Brock to Barcelona, but it's not going to be found there. And it looks like Escape Velocity will hold on with 5 seconds remaining here. And it's going to go towards the TSB goal, and Lettuce will grab one more with 2 seconds remaining.
Just look at the team play here. Huge demo onto Barcelona. Aoka over to Lettuce. Game, set, match for Escape Velocity here. It took an interesting path to get to this point. As time hits 0, Escape Velocity will win. All it took was Foshizzle to score, and Game 3 looked a lot like Game 1. Congratulations, Escape Velocity. Maybe having a bit too much fun at times, but at least everybody scored, Siphon.
Is serious analysis there?
Don't forget, this tournament is powered by Geico Military. Geico Military has been a partner of the USO since 1997, providing support to military service members and their families throughout their time in service. Thank you, Geico Military, for being a force behind the forces. It has been an explosive and interesting start to our Week 3 here at the USO Invitational Qualifier. Any thoughts before we get to break on the 2 series we saw to start off the night?
Well, you had hoped that Escape Velocity and DSB had not watched the series. I think Escape Velocity did and said, well, we'll give you an exciting series, just we'll take a different path.
Yeah, a unique path is potentially the best way to put it.
The choose your own story.
We have a plan, and we're going to make sure that plan happens no matter if we have to take that into our own hands, potentially. We will take a short break. I am sure there is more exciting Rocket League to come. It has been a crazy Week 3. You don't want to miss it. A short break, we'll be back with more Rocket League.
They are the greatest fighting force the world has ever seen. what does it take to strengthen our service members? What does it take to let them know that we stand behind them, wherever they are? What does it take to bridge the distance and keep them connected to family, home, and country? And what does it take to prepare them for their future when their service to the nation is complete? What does it take to strengthen our service members so they can be the greatest force for good in the world? It takes a force. Be a force behind the forces. Give today at force.uso.org.
Nice to be able to come to the USO and have all this, lounge kind of atmosphere provided for you. We were playing Call of Duty on the zombie mode, basically getting to run our own little zombie apocalypse teams.
Good place to kind of blow off some steam, a way to kind of feel like you're back at home while you're away. We enjoy all different sorts of types of games, first-person shooters especially, because it kind of relates to what we do.
You get to the video games, dudes are still communicating, trying to make sure somebody's covering every avenue, and it ends up being probably a little bit more technical than your average gamer.
USOs over here are great because they're a great opportunity to get Wi-Fi, get some connection back home.
Everything is really great about the USO. I like movies a lot, and they always have movies. They have like pool and darts. I love coming out here when I get the chance, and thanks for bringing everything to us.
Welcome back into the Boise State Esports Arena. We're here for the USO Invitational Qualifier, week number 3, powered by Geico Military. Since 1941, the USO has been the nation's leading organization to serve the men and women in the U.S. military and their families throughout their time in uniform. From the moment they join through their assignment and deployment, and as they transition back to their communities, the USO is always by their side. Fish and Siphon here calling what has been some insane Rocket League to start the day, and it is not going to slow down, Siphon. We talked about the Swiss bracket. If you're unfamiliar, that means you try and match teams with similar records up to always have strong competition. And now we're going to get our first showdown of undefeated teams. We're going to get 2-2-0 teams. One team we haven't seen at all. Hurry up and wait. Very curious to see how they're going to act. They're taking on Eclipse Esports, who we saw all the way back in week number 1. They're actually the team that has given Florida Tech varsity their only loss. And they're a team that I know our own Doc Haskell was very interested to see how they do. So hurry up and wait. Eclipse Esports, one of these teams moves to 3-0. And honestly, at this point, we've lost all reality of what to expect. I'm very curious to see what Hurry Up and Wait could do. Again, we hadn't seen TSB. Interesting style. Needed some things to work on. I'm curious to see what we'll see from Hurry Up and Wait, which is an entirely new team that you and I know nothing about.
Yeah, definitely. It's going to be really interesting to see how they play. But I think if we're going to gauge on how the other 3-0 teams have played, I would imagine that there's lots of chances. They are playing super high up, trying to force so many mistakes and trying to win the ball back as high as they can up the field to try to immediately turn that into a goal, because that's how the rest of the top teams have been playing. And it seems like the more aggressive teams have been more rewarded. And I definitely think that, I would think anyway, that if the other 3-0 teams have been that way, or I would imagine that they're going to be the same.
Yeah, I would expect high-flying offense, fantastic saves, as you mentioned, a lot of aerial play. Well, as we wait to get going into this series between 2-2-0 teams. Again, it's only a 6-week bracket. We'll take a look at the rules here to kind of let everybody know how we're breaking this tournament down. It is 3-on-3, a best of 3, and a 6 weeks bracket. So after this, we will be halfway done, and if you're 3-0, only one more win, you are guaranteed above 500. You're probably looking at, I would say, very close, if not almost locked into that top 8. One match per week per team. As we said, that top 8, that's that number we're going to keep bringing up. Those teams qualify for the USO Invitational, $10,000 on the line. But it looks like we are ready to go here. We are going to hop into it. It is Hurry Up and Wait and Eclipse Esports here, a pair of 2-0 teams. As right now we see the orange team looking for a huge clear, but it's stopped right by the blue team there. Z looking to play it upfield.
It's going to continue to move here as Z tries to clear that one away, but instead it's going to be intercepted, and it's going to be popped back up towards the center, where the orange team will play it towards Bajan Samando, and it's going to be cleared away. Big save from Z, and it's going to be sent the other way.
Boy, Rich just can't quite get to it. Now racing down, touch on it here. Pandy with a huge mistake in front of the net. Flips Esports barely hanging on. Z can't quite find it either, and this ball's just been taking a journey everywhere except in front of the goal.
Yeah, it's going to be Big Cakes now trying to get this one out away, but he's running out of boost there as Rich now going to try to play this one in the air, going to turn this one around towards the goal, but it's not going to happen on that occasion as Pandy has to turn around now with this ball coming back in his own end.
Popped up in the air, Banjo Smonda can't get to it. Great stop at midfield by the blue team. Banjo coming in, but Big Cakes with a fantastic save. Z, long lob down, any rebound? No.
It's going to be cleared away now as Bajan Samando with a shot. He scores! What a shot there from Bajan. And they lead.
Great read on this ball. Over pursuing by Hurry Up and Wait in the blue. Looks like maybe Big Cake might have got a touch on it. But unfortunately, not quite able to, as we see here. Puts Esports in the lead. Banjo Smondon after that goal misses on it here. Your boy Rich trying to add to the total. Great chance, but it's turned away by Big Cakes.
It's going to fall here towards Pandy, who's trying to keep this one alive here. Pandy now playing it off the back wall, trying to center it there. Big Cake steps in front, clears it away for Z, who will bring it down the side here. Can he cut inside? There's an opportunity to be found, but it's going to be taken away.
Big Cakes keeping it alive. Z, long shot on net, wants to play a rebound, gets the demo instead. Your boy Rich can carry this upfield. Pass over to Pandy, stolen away by Big Cakes, but it's wide of the net.
Oh, what a shot!
What?
Oh, it's on the goal line. It's taken out. Wow. How did that not go in? I don't know. Pandy clears it away.
Thought the defense was going to get that one. Some lackluster defense by Eclipse, but Banjo trying to make up for it. Gets a huge pass stolen by Z. Over to Big Cakes off the side wall, but it's stopped right in front of the net, and your boy Rich can dribble it upfield.
It's going to be cleared deep here. A good play by Z to get a piece of it there, but Bajan now driving forward here as Big Cakes will take it away in the air, going for another hit in the air. Pandy not able to stop that ball. It's there, and it's denied. Spirit just not able to get a tire on that.
Z looking to set it up for Spirit. Can't quite direct it, but a nice play by Big Cakes. Has Z with the perfect opportunity. It's just high. Spirit, one more chance. Big Cakes racing in, but a nice save by Eclipse. Keep the ball in front of the net. Z, last chance here, and it's stopped by Pandy.
It's going to be cleared away now, and here comes Pandy as he made the big stop earlier in his own end. He slams it off the back wall, and it's going to be cleared by Z. And now Spirit has to close down on this one, and it's going to be a retreat here from Pandy. Sends it over to Z. Z plays it in the air, going towards the corner. Spirit now tries to get it. He gets demolished somehow instead, and Big Cakes tries to hold it up at center field.
Z, another chance, but it's going to be turned away by Banjo. Spirit in that corner, looking to steal it away. He'll do just that. Rich, one chance, gets a nice touch on it, off the back wall, cleared away.
It's going to come back here to Rich, and now Rich is going to go forward here, trying to clear this one away, and he will do so successfully. And it's going to fall back here toward him again, but he has it taken away. Now Bajan has to drop back here to play some defense off the corner bounce, and he'll send it forward towards the goal, actually. That could go in, and it's going to go off the back wall. It's set by Rich, and it's going to be denied from Pandy as Big Cakes makes a big save, and it's going to fall to Bajan at center.
Bajan not quite able to stop that one, neither is Spirit. Here comes Big Cakes, almost down to a minute here. Looking for a pass from Spirit off the give and go, but it's too far. And Pandy can't corral that one, but Banjo can.
It's going to be played in the air again here by Bajan, and now it's going to come back towards Spirit. 1 minute remains here in regulation. That's another shot off the crossbar and out. Another crossbar and out, and Pandy finally puts it in.
Thought this was near disaster. You see a great bump in the goal. Rich with the pop-up in the air. Pandy sneaks it in. I think maybe Spirit might have assisted there. And Eclipse Esports has the 2-goal lead. See what Hurry Up and Wait can do. Haven't seen much of this team. Now's the time to show us what they got. Is off the side wall. Pandy with the immediate clear. And now looking for more as he gets a touch and it goes in.
Wow. Pandy with another goal here, and he just wins it in the air and he sends it forward and he follows it up there on the nice bounce off the top of the goal. It's a great finish. It's going to be 3-0 here for Eclipse. 43 seconds left in regulation. Now are we going to see anything from Hurry Up and Wait? Because they got to hurry up and score some goals if they want to tie it.
Spirit, nice save, huge clear. Able to get back in time though, 30 seconds left. Big Cakes, one last chance in front of the net. Scary spot for Rich to take it, but he gets a nice clear for free.
It's going to be Rich now losing possession of it, but Pandy is there to follow it up, looking to get it to Bejan, and instead it's going to go off that back wall. Here comes Z now, guiding it in the air, gets 2 hits on it in the air, and it falls towards Spirit, and Spirit will put it in. So not a foregone conclusion yet.
Need a big kickoff. Great carry by Z. Gets it around 2, and then Spirit sneaks it past Bejan. Kickoff is important here for Hurry Up and Wait. They need something crazy to give them a chance on a following kickoff. Z gets a touch, but Pandy's going to get the huge clear down to Big Cakes. That should kill enough time, and this should be Eclipse Esports winning game 1.
Yeah, definitely think it should be, and it now will, as a ball will fall, hits the ground, and Eclipse will take game 1.
Great job by Eclipse. This tournament powered by Geico Military. Geico Military has been a partner of the USO since 1997, providing support to military service members and their families throughout their time in service. Thank you, Geico Military, for being a force behind the forces. This game, a lot of high-flying action, Siphon, a lot of back and forth, and really until that final minute, neither team had that many great scoring opportunities. It was just kind of the lob it down and hope I'm the first one to the ball brace.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, they definitely were just trying the idea of get it, cross it in so many times. Eventually something good will happen. You continue to force the ball towards the goal. Eventually you're going to get lucky, whether it's you scoring, the other team scoring on themselves. Something good will happen if you get the ball to the net.
See what Hurry Up and Wait could do. They took way too long to going offensively. Didn't really have like a clear game plan. Defensively, I thought both teams were great, though. So I would expect another low-scoring game. And anytime you have a low-scoring game, Siphon, as we've seen, from earlier today, you never know what can happen.
Well, I'm actually going to go counter to you. I think it's going to be high scoring next because I thought it was very open-ended. I think the fact that it ended up being 3-1 is a little interesting because there were so many open goals and ball is on the goal line, definitely is going in, and then it didn't. Sequences that I definitely think that we're in for probably a 4-3, 3-5, something like that.
All right, we'll see who is correct. I mean, I'm kind of worried because I think you might be right, especially when you have teams that play this fast, as you mentioned. Yeah, we saw it, I think, from Pandy at the end. Lob it down. You might win the race to the ball, and there's no one there to challenge you. So we will see what happens. It is Eclipse Esports. It is Hurry Up and Wait. They're both 2-0, looking to move to 3-0. And Eclipse Esports on match point in this best of 3 as we kick it off. And it's Bejan with a huge clear down. Z with the mistake, but Big Cakes gets there.
Lucky that one was not on target like the last one we saw there from Bejan, and it's going to be crossed across the goal line again. No one there. Big Cake's not able to get the clearance. Can Spirit get there? And he finally, no, he will not get it out. Bejan puts it on goal. Cleared away by Big Cakes. Kept alive by Pandy. Another shot on goal, and your boy Rich gets on the board.
I'm already nervous for my defensive prediction here. This is so many shots. This is at least the third one in the replay.
I guess it's 4.
Yeah, Rich sneaks it in. 4 or 5, it felt like in that sequence. Great job there. Yeah, they're credited with 4. You were spot on, Siphon. We'll see what Eclipse could do as Rich off the kickoff.
Oh, no.
Here comes Bejan, and he sneaks it in.
Well, that's already one of the goal totals matched for your prediction.
Yeah, I was thinking like 2-1.
Well, only one more goal's allowed according to Fish. We'll see if that's actually going to be the case. A little over 30 seconds and 2 goals here for Eclipse. This time Hurry Up and Wait will win the opening kickoff here. Big Cakes, it's going to fall favorably for. It's going to go to Spirit. He gets a hit on it, but it's not nearly fast enough, not enough pace. It's going to go back out and be cleared. Here's Rich, tries to send it forward.
Ooh, Rich waiting for Spirit to get a touch on it. Did a good job. Now Z's going to come racing in. Wants to play his own rebound. Perfect setup for Big Cakes. And less than a minute gone by, my score total's already reached.
Well, I guess that's it for the scoring then?
Yeah, we're done. No more.
It definitely could be. That's for sure. You never know with how these things go, but we're not even a minute into the game, and that's already 3 goals. But like I mentioned, I mean, I figured with how open-ended it was going to be, it could definitely result in a lot of those goals that just were not finished last time. As Rich now taking it down the side here, looking for an opportunity. Can it be cleared? Z will do so.
Z Pandy looking to carry it, has Bejan right in front of him, makes a great stop. Now it's Big Cake's turn, gets a touch on it. Pandy can't quite get the shot of Spirit, steals it away. Rich, one more chance, looking to carry it on net, just wide, and a great save by Z.
Pandy, though, will keep it alive as he pops it into the corner, but Big Cakes with a nice challenge, winning the ball back. And now can Spirit get this one on goal? He's going to go for the double hit in the air, but instead, Bejan with a nice clearance as he stood tall in the air. Your boy Rich now guiding it towards the goal. See, what a save. Big recovery from him as Big Cake's not able to get to the ball.
All the way to the blue side. Spirit right in front of the net. Rich, though, clears it away. Oh, Spirit and Z both go for the same ball. Now Hurry Up and Wait has an open net, but they don't have a third person. And Bejan can look for a clear.
No scoring allowed, regardless of how good the chance is. As Bejan now moving forward here, tries to send it to Z. Instead, it's going to go to Big Cakes. He pops it in the air, looking for Z. Great combination play, and Z not able to finish with enough speed on that shot, and it's going to fall down. What a shot!
Rich will just, he'll score. What a great goal. It's not the easy ones that get scored. Just a fantastic touch around two. No business scoring that.
Wow.
Sorry, Z.
That's crazy. I can't believe he managed to finish that through two defenders, but now Hurry Up and Wait looked like they were about to tie the game, it felt like, and instead they're now down 2 again. Pandy, everybody misses on the ball here. Now Big Cakes will send it forward. Big Cakes sends it wide of the goal, tries to finish, rebound, and sit wide. Here's Spirit, he shoots, he saves it again. Z tries to keep it alive, pops it wide of the goal. Spirit now sends it high over the goal. Here's Big Cakes, he tries to go for it. Spirit calls for it though, and it's set wide again. Pandy now will try to get this out of danger.
They'll do just that. Crazy sequence there. Big Cakes looking to dribble this one up, gets it past Bejan, has a teammate in Spirit who he pops it to, ends up playing it himself. A huge save, but the goal's wide open, and Z has us within 1.
Well, we've already matched one of my predictions. I mean, goodness, there's still 2 minutes left. Z with a great finish there. Great combination play. That's what I've liked from Hurry Up and Wait. They've had good fluidity with working with each other when going down the field on those counterattacks, and they get a good finish there. But are they going to be able to find the equalizer that they've not been able to find to this point as Big Cakes goes for the double hit on the aerial? It's going to fall there favorably, but instead cleared away. Is that going in?
Pandy and I think that was Rich just pinched that ball. They launch it down.
Wow.
Only one more goal left for you, Siphon.
I have 2, actually. I said 5-3.
I thought you said 4-3. I thought I had you. We'll see if they can hold him off. It's been a crazy game. Is Pandy looking for one more? That would really be hard for Hurry Up and Wait to make up a 3-goal difference. Instead, it's Big Cakes. But Rich gets back in time. one chance. Rebound. Spirit not quick enough.
Man, so close there for Hurry Up and Wait, but they stop playing in time. That one's going forward, and it's going to be taken. Z tries to hold on to it. Great defending from Bejan, but it's not cleared. Spirit, though, again, not enough pace on the shot. Kept alive again. Great challenge there, but are they going to be able to turn this into another shot on goal? Z trying to help win the ball back. It's going to fall towards Pandy in the air. It's going to go towards Bejan, and he'll leave it in the corner.
Big Cakes pops it up in the air, needs to get a touch on it. Rich with a huge mistake. Big Cakes wants to punish. Spirit's racing in, gets the demo,
it's on the post!
Pandy makes a great save from behind, and now Rich wants to turn the field. Has a great chance for Eclipse, but Big Cakes makes the save.
Oh my goodness, now Z takes it away again in the air. Big Cake sends it down the field. They've got to hurry here as they've only got 43 seconds left in regulation as Rich will take it away. Spirit, though, nice job dispossessing him there. And it's going to go high in the air again for Bejan. Samondo, and it's going to be set up, and Pandy will finish.
Feels like the door just slammed shut and Hurry Up and Wait. It's a great pass for Bejan. Pandy with the fantastic touch. All 3 members back. They can't stop it. This kickoff is imperative for Hurry Up and Wait. They have to score here to keep themselves alive. Bounces off the sidewall. Spirit can't get there. Pandy with the huge clear. And Bejan looking for more.
It's going to be 30 seconds left here. And I just think that's another goal, actually, as Rich grabs the Hattie.
Rich with a can't starting to pull away here. Can't can't really fault hurry up and wait. They've got to push forward. They've got to score a goal. The hats come falling down on Rich and Eclipse, and on this kickoff, Big Cakes with a great win. Spirit can't get the touch on it, though, and there's not enough time left, it feels like. Z doesn't know that, though, in front of the net, but Spirit can't score.
It's going to come back here to Big Cakes in the corner, and it's cleared away again as Rich now trying to go for a fourth. Big save from Z on the goal line as it's going to go back towards Z again as he tries to get maybe one more goal here for his team, but with 1 second remaining, down 4, it just isn't going to matter, and we still haven't hit the ground. Now we do.
Eclipse joining UTD as our two 3-0 teams. We'll have one more crowned later on this evening, and those teams will feel real comfortable. Eclipse with a dominating performance, and it felt like hurry up and wait. You know, we had that explosive game that you kind of predicted, Siphon. Just felt like hurry up and wait never could actually apply any pressure. They were always chasing. They had so many opportunities to almost tie the game. The problem was, as soon as they missed the goal, that ball just got launched down and you scored on them, I think, both times.
Yeah, and I think that, see, this is what's interesting, is I think if to use a bit of more of a traditional sports term, if you use if they had expected goals for this game, where how many goals you would think they scored, I honestly think this would be a tie game, because there were so many times where they had the hurry up and wait would generate such a great attack and then just not be able to finish it somehow, some way. One defender with 2 or 3 members of the team involved in the attack, and they just somehow aren't able to finish the goal. But I think that's still a credit. That's still a credit there to Eclipse. They definitely were able to be better on the day as a result, just able to finish what they were creating.
No, you totally nailed it, Siphon. I think, to use the old sports cliche, that series was closer than the final score indicated. I don't think 6-2 is a true showing of what hurry up and wait can do. I think they're a lot better team than that. We will take a quick break, see where we're headed next. It's been a crazy week of Rocket League. We still got more in the tank. USO Invitational Qualifier Week 3. Who's moving to 3-0? Whose chances of being in the top 8 are maybe going to be stolen away from them? We'll find out after this.
They are the greatest fighting force the world has ever seen. But what does it take to strengthen our service members? What does it take to let them know that we stand behind them, wherever they are? What does it take to bridge the distance and keep them connected to family, home, and country? And what does it take to prepare them for their future when their service to the nation is complete? What does it take to strengthen our service members so they can be the greatest force for good in the world? It takes a force. Be a force behind the forces. Give today at force.uso.org.
Nice to be able to come to the USO and have all this, lounge kind of atmosphere provided for you. We were playing Call of Duty on the zombie mode, basically getting to run our own little zombie apocalypse teams.
Good place to kind of blow off some steam, a way to kind of feel like you're back at home while you're away. We enjoy all different types of games, first-person shooters especially, because it kind of relates to what we do.
You get to the video games, dudes are still communicating, trying to make sure somebody's covering every avenue, and it ends up being probably a little bit more technical than your average gamer.
USOs over here are great because they're a great opportunity to get Wi-Fi, get some connection back home.
Everything is really great about the USO. I like movies a lot, and they always have movies. They have pool and darts. I love coming out here when I get the chance, and thanks for bringing everything to us.
Hello and welcome back into the Boise State Esports Arena. We're here today for the USO Invitational Qualifier Week number 3, powered by Geico Military. Fish and Siphon here calling all of the action. Since 1941, the USO has been the nation's leading organization to serve the men and women in the U.S. military and their families throughout their time in uniform. will they join through their assignments and deployments as they transition back to their communities. The USO is always by their side. We've had an explosive tournament so far. We talked about the 2-0 teams. We just saw Eclipse Esports move to 3-0. They've joined UT Dallas and now Siphon. We're going to get our last undefeated matchup of the night. We came into the week with 5 undefeated teams. We'll leave with 3. It's Florida Tech JV taking on Abstract. Florida Tech JV, a team we have seen quite a lot of. Ironically, the varsity team for Florida Tech right now sitting at 1-2, so quite the turn if Florida Tech JV can remain undefeated. But from what we've seen so far, these games are getting better and better every week as that Swiss format gets along. So this is going to be a tough matchup against Abstract.
Yeah, definitely, and I think that they, they've been more consistent in terms of being able to get the results they've needed compared to their, to the varsity team. But I think earlier today showed with UTD and Florida varsity, that you can't just overlook who you're playing. And, Florida Tech varsity definitely took it to UTD despite, that match seemingly being in favor of UTD if you looked at the records and how those matches were playing out. So I definitely think that this is going to be a close affair like you mentioned.
Remember, being 3-0, incredibly important. The top 8 teams from this league will compete against other tournament winners for their shot at a $10,000 prize pool in the USO Invitational. So you want to make sure you get to 3-0. You get to 4-0. As we see there, it is Florida Tech JV and Abstract. We take a look as a reminder at the rules. Best of 3, 3-on-3. It is a 6-week Swiss bracket. So we're getting down to the point where we'll start to run out of undefeated teams. 1 match per week per team. And as we said, that top 8 mark. It's not so matter if you win. It's if you're in that top 8, then we can worry about seeding for the USO Invitational at that $10,000 prize pool. But what all these teams want to do first is qualify for that $10,000 prize pool and the USO Invitational. And a reminder, this competition was free to enter for both military and civilian competitors. Top 8 teams, as we said, will compete in that $10,000 prize pool tournament. Before the Tech JV, Abstract 3-0 feels a lot better than 2-1, but I think 2-1 you can't hate where you are. Very curious to see how Florida Tech JV is going to respond against an Abstract, because we've seen a lot of Florida Tech JV. So if there are other teams have been watching the stream, they have a lot of information on them. I think it all starts, though, with Beastin' and Feastin'. He sets up that team so well. If he's quieted, either by demos or just not able to get boost or whatever Abstract wants to do, I think Florida Tech JV could struggle.
Yeah, definitely. He's been their talisman. He's been able to be the focal point of everything that they do, both defensively in their rotations as well as offensively, and he's going to be a big part of their success. Or if he is having a quiet game, like you mentioned, Florida Tech JV definitely is going to have a lot more issues than they usually have when he's been able to pop off, have a big game.
Ready to go here. Who is going to join UT Dallas and Eclipse Esports at 3-0? Who will drop down to that 2-1, where we are going to have a log jam of teams who are trying to work things out. Next week is going to be even crazier as teams go from 2-2 to 3-1. But it's 2 2-0 teams, the final 2 of the week. Florida Tech JV, Abstract, getting ready to go here for game number 1 in what has been really a different week than what we saw in the previous week's. The last few weeks we saw a lot of 2-0s, a lot of just decisive victories. Tonight we have had multiple game 3s. Our lone 2-0 series, you and I both kind of agreed it felt like it was closer than the final score indicated. So neither of these teams can just come in thinking they're going to pull up an easy win, just walk home after 10 minutes with maybe a 5-0, 5-0. Hey, we're 3-0, easy peasy. Yeah,
definitely. I think that based on what we've seen, there's a lot of variance in what's going on. I mean, last week it was 2-0 after 2-0 after 2-0 after 2-0. This week it's been, best of 3, best of 3, best of 3, best of 3. So, I'd have to think that, we could definitely still get the full 3 here, but it really depends on who's being more consistent.
Being consistent, and I think something that you and I have really been blown away by is not missing open goals. Maybe we have to add that to Doc's keys of the game as we take a look at those, because that has been something that a lot of teams have struggled with. But Doc's keys: create mistakes, punish the overcommit, don't overstay, and bump and demo to disrupt. It's all brought to us by Geico Military. Geico Military has been a proud sponsor of the USO since 1997, and we have seen teams pull off these spectacularly, Siphon. They've created mistakes. They've bumped and demoed to open up the goal, and then at the very end, somebody lobs a shot and hits a crossbar, or somebody just kind of bicycles and the ball doesn't get hit hard enough and there's a great save. Those open goals have honestly been the ones where you and I sit there and say, how has this ball not gone in the net? They're almost tricking themselves.
Yeah, exactly, and that's something that's going to be interesting to kind of look at here in terms of who's going to end up winning these games. I mean, because you look at it, and that's really coming down to like the rotation. I think that was a big thing of what ended up getting Florida varsity against UTD earlier in the day. Was they were playing so aggressively to try to get that goal that they needed to get the goal that would have put them over the top for a win. But instead, they were left vulnerable over the back. So that's why the long goals were able to burn them.
Here we go. Florida Tech JV in Abstract. Florida Tech in the blue, Abstract in the orange. Keep your eyes on Beeston and Feaston if you're a Florida Tech fan. He needs to have a huge game as Skies gets a great touchdown. Looking to center it in front of the net, but Beeston and Feaston with a great clear.
Here comes Schmack now trying to go forward here, and instead it's going to go the other direction here. That could be bad. And Florida Tech on the board first.
Starts with that clear from Beeston and Feaston, and then Retrospector gets a great hit on it. Bumpin actually redirected that one on net. Seen a couple of mistakes as well. We'll see how Abstract kind of recenters themselves here off the kickoff. Schmack with a fantastic win. Over to Bumpin, looking for redemption already. Wants to carry this in, looking for the double tap, can't find it.
Not able to find redemption just yet after a great chance he just created as here comes Skies across, but instead here comes Retrospector looking here for Beaston. Beaston, there's the shot denied initially, and there's no more follow-up coming yet. At least there it is now. And Retrospector again winning the ball back, but he's out of boost. Beaston tries to put it in. He's denied by the post, and they are not able to put it in as Retrospector again wins the ball back before finally it's cleared away.
Bumpin' waiting near midfield. Huge punish for Abstract, and it's tied.
I feel like if you win the ball back that many consecutive times and you had an open goal with two players near the ball at the far post and you aren't able to score that, that is probably the deserved ending.
Yeah, you deserve to get scored on at that point.
I think that's definitely the deserved ending, at least for everybody not named Retrospector, as Dimes on the kickoff puts it in, and Florida Tech JV immediately makes amends.
Great treat by Dimes. It barely goes over. Schmacked. Get caught getting boost, you'll get punished. This time Florida Tech puts the ball in on the open net. What does this kickoff have in store for us? It's Beaston and Feaston with a clean win. This time though, Bumpin should be there as Dimes tries to make a play on it. Beaston and Feaston, one more chance, but Skies clears it away.
Yeah, and here comes Skies now down that left side. He wins the ball back again. Beaston misses the clears, but Bumpin didn't think he would, and then he gets demolished. And Schmack with a shot. Beaston a big save. And Schmack gets a great hit on the ball. Big save by Retrospector, kept alive by Schmack before turning it over to Beaston. And he shoots, but it is deflected up into the air.
Skies racing in, gets a great touch on it, has two members near midfield, just needs to center it around Beaston and Feaston. Dimes can't get a touch on it, but Schmack also thrown off. And now Beaston and Feaston, one-on-one, lobs it on net, but it's saved.
Almost a great goal there from Beaston and Feaston. Instead, though, probably needs to just shoot that into the back of the net, I think. And then a great combo there from Retrospector, Beaston and Feaston. And they're able to clear that one away. And here comes Dimes along the side, but intercepted and cleared towards center.
Retrospector also going to miss on alongside Skies. Beaston and Feaston at Dimes all just miss on a ball. That allows that ball to go all the way back to the blue side. Schmack looking for the punish, but he hits the crossbar. Bumping for redemption, it's wide.
But it's not out of danger yet. Skies keeps it alive. Schmack pops it past 1, 2, saved by Retrospector on the goal line again. Here comes Bumpin though. He's not done off the back post. And he puts it in off the far post.
I think this is going to be an own goal. It's going to look at it. Bumpin. Lennon is centered. I think Retrospector, yeah, he's just going to blast it in his own net. Oh, disaster strikes for Florida Tech after they can't find a clear. We're tied at 2. Kickoffs have been huge. That one goes away from Retrospector. Skies clearing it down, has the teammate right behind him, but Beaston and Feaston tries to get it away.
And it's going to be played. Oh, man, that was close again. Another opportunity there. Goes begging as it's going to be another shot here on goal here for Schmack as he tries to put one in, and Skies takes the lead for Abstract.
Get a huge demo near midfield as well. Kind of takes the play away from Florida Tech. Beaston and Feaston can't get there either. Just like that, Abstract has jumped in front of another crazy game here in week 3. Beaston and Feaston Can't quite get to that kickoff in time. Dimes with a nice little touch on it. Does he have a teammate? No. Bumpin can just clear it at his own leisure.
It's going to go towards the goal. Nearly disaster, and Sky strikes twice.
What has happened to Florida Tech? Everybody's pushed forward. Skies with a great capitalization. You just can't leave your goal that wide open if you're Florida Tech. The wheels have come off.
Yeah, the wheels have come off. I mean, the engine has left the car at this point. That's just what's going on here as Retrospector will take this one around the corner, trying to stop what has happened here. The avalanche of goals as he nearly gets one back. And that's a good chance set up again, but again, it'll go wide as Skies maybe gets another.
Uh-oh, Bumpin, nice shot. Dimes turns it away. Rebound, somehow Bumpin got a nose on that. Wants to get it to smack that in midfield, but it looks like they'll retreat. Beaston and Feaston, though, missing, open up an opportunity for Skies, but Retrospector is there until Bumpin stops it. Abstract, complete control of this game, but nobody has the finish.
Ooh, that was nice from Dimes as he spiked it into the ground to avoid Bumpin there. Retrospector does a good job keeping the ball in possession, but no one's there to follow him up. And Beaston not able to get to the ball. And Bumpin with the hattie.
It's a great play by Bumpin. Down to Skies on the give and go. Beaston and Feaston misses. Nice spike by Bumpin to make sure he doesn't hit the crossbar. Abstract has just taken over the hats once again. We have seen so many hats tricks so far in this week. Dimes is there looking for a touch, but a huge mistake. Skies looking to punish. Gets it around one, but Retrospector nice.
It's going to go deep down the field now for Beaston and Feaston, but intercepted in red by Schmacked. And now here comes Bumpin. He gets it past Retrospector, leaving it there in the air. Goes for the aerial, denied by the post. Here comes Schmacked on the follow-up, denied. The follow-up effort also denied. Here comes Retrospector, but he can't get past Bumpin there. Sky now plays it in the air as Dimes takes it away.
Schmacked looks for a pass to Skies. Just under 30 seconds, or just over 30 seconds, I should say, as Skies looking for one more over to Bumpin. Crossbar stops it. But Florida Tech needs offense, not defense right now.
Yeah, they definitely do, and they've got to start getting some goals here. They still reasonably could do this if they could get one soon. But they are running out of time. It is not their friend right now as Retrospector goes forward here on the aerial. Can he spike this into the ground? Maybe. No, he can't. And with 10 seconds remaining, I think that might do it.
Florida Tech, I don't know what happened in this game. Beaston and Feaston, one more chance to at least get his team a feel-good goal, and Retrospector will miss by a few inches. That ball would have gone in had we had more time. But Abstract with the dominating win, and really it feels like we'll get to that in a moment. I just want to remind everyone that this tournament is powered by Geico Military. Geico Military has been a partner of the USO since 1997, providing support to military service members and their families throughout their time in service. Thank you, Geico Military, for being a force behind the forces. Feels like the wheels just came off for Florida Tech JV Siphon the moment Retrospector put in that just awful own goal that tied us at 2 apiece.
Yeah, and it was just very odd because usually this team has been very composed, and instead they almost lost their composure, and it was definitely something that we're not accustomed to seeing from them, and I have to imagine we're going to see a stronger response from them because in the games we've seen them, I mean, the offense at times has fluctuated when Beaston and Feaston is not scoring or creating, but we've seen the defensive solidity still be there, and it definitely was not in this game one, so I'd imagine they need to be reminded that they know how good they are and what they can do.
Yeah, and I think the other problem is, as you mentioned, Beaston and Feaston, usually the offensive guru. He has had some struggles defensively, and it's felt like he's consistently that last man on defense, and when he's missed, the ball's rolled in the back of the net. So we'll see what Florida Tech could do. Looking to get us to a Game 3 here against Abstract, who wants to move to that 3-0 mark. Join our 2 other undefeated teams as we kick off game number 2. Huge win for Abstract, but Dimes didn't clear it around, and a couple of members too.
Yeah, that's a good bounce here. That's potentially going to be fruitful here for Florida Tech, and they're not able to finish it on that occasion. Here comes Skies now on the offensive. Beaston and Feaston has to get there, and he will get there. As Retrospector tries to battle for the ball in the corner, he'll get it courtesy of Beaston and Feaston. Dimes now looking to combine with Retrospector. Retrospector pops it up across the goal, and everyone peels away.
Nice demo there. Wide open net for Dimes, and it's Retrospector instead, who barely beats Bump into the ball.
Retrospector has been a man possessed in the offensive end. He's won the ball back so many times trying to help create for his team there. Great goal there from Retrospector, and maybe that gets Florida Tech JV back on track. Underway here again. 4:25 left on the clock here in game number 2. It's going to be Skies now taking this into the corners. Feaston now will play it along the wall after intercepting it, driving it forward before having it intercepted there, and Dimes misses in the air.
Bumpin looking for a touch on it. It does center it up, but there's Retrospector now looking to get that ball on the offensive end. Huge play by Skies, though. Scary spot to be. Beasted and Feasted gets a nose on it. One more chance denied by Retrospector.
Here comes Skies again here, playing it off the corner wall. Back again into the slot. He's trying to go for goal. Great read there by Florida Tech to sniff that one out. And now Dimes splits the defense here with the ball. It's going to go high and back into the slot. And Bumpin will try to play a great save there from Bumpin.
Got a demo onto Schmack by Dimes. And that allows that play to happen.
I think that took a bounce off somebody too. That took a crazy curve away from the defender. No, wow, it was just a crazy curve. I mean, that didn't look like it was going to go where it did naturally, but alas, it will be a Florida Tech goal here for them as they lead 2-0 as Retrospector wins the faceoff and immediately going forward again. Going to send it forward here as it's going to be taken out by Abstract. That's towards their goal, and Dimes reads it perfectly and gets it cleared away.
Nice clear. Bumpin keeps it alive. 1-on-2. But Dimes will make a save. Great bump. They knock Beastin and Feastin away. Schmack hits it in, but it's wide of the net. Dimes should corral this safely.
Oh my goodness, that could come back to be so costly. I mean, the keys to the game, you gotta score when you got the chance.
Ooh, that's a great pass there. Retrospector looking to make a clear. It's stopped by Schmack. Here comes Skies, but they miss again. And Florida Tech gets another clear.
Oh man, here comes Retrospector. Oh, he's not able to get a piece of it there. And now here comes Schmack trying to get it around Beastin, and Feastin is playing very far up here now for Florida Tech, and it's going to be taken away instead though from Dimes. And now Bumpin guiding it forward. Retrospector will play it again. And it's going to be left here. There's an opportunity. The demo is out, and Bumpin doesn't get there first.
Skies trying to bait out Retrospector. Can't do it. Here comes Schmack. Now is a great opportunity. Carries it, but a huge save from Dimes. Can Bumpin recenter it? Looks like everybody on Abstract wants to reset. They do. Skies with a shot. And we're within one.
This could be pivotal here as Florida Tech JV concede a goal here, and Bumpin did a great job trying to leave this here. And Sky somehow stepped in front and took that ball away from everybody. Can't believe he got that here. And he's finally rewarded with a goal after 4 shots on goal so far. 2:15 remains as Florida Tech lead Abstract 2-1 here in game number 2. That's just going to be popped up here towards the center. Dimes now going forward. Bumpin will intercept though. Plays it off the back wall. It's going to go high and back towards the slot. Beastin and Feastin trying to clear it away. Schmack will intercept. Leaving it there for Bumpin. Back into the corner it'll go for Schmack. Tries to take it again, but it's taken by Retrospector. And back towards Skies. He'll send it forward. Tries to cross it in, and it's cleared.
Schmack, nice steal at midfield, but it's Beastin and Feastin who keeps the pressure on. Schmack, nice touch over to Bumpin. They want to clear it down off the wall. Bumpin can't redirect it, and it hits off Beastin and Feastin who makes a huge save.
What a save there from Beastin and Feastin, and now here comes Skies playing it forward. Around we go. Bumpin tries to take it back. Instead, Retrospector's going to go. He gets it past the defense, but it's going to be taken back by Skies, who goes the other direction with it. Can he beat Retrospector? He's denied initially. Schmack tries to get a piece of it, and he will tap it up at center field.
Retrospector takes way too long. Skies with a great challenge. Dimes, though, lobs a shot. Is there a rebound for anybody? Retrospector to Beastin and Feastin, but it's turned away by Schmack, and Dimes keeps the play alive, but nobody's there.
And now here comes Bumpin. He evades Dimes. Bumpin going for the aerial. He sets up Skies for the best goal I think we've seen all day.
Oh, poor Beastin and Feastin. He's got to make a call. He tries to stop Bumpin, and Skies flies in. Minute left. Tie game. Game number 2. Florida Tech wants us to go to game 3. What can they do on the kickoff? It's not a good start. Retrospector has to make a huge stop.
And it's not out of their end just yet. Here comes Bumpin again off the cross, looking for Schmack. That's an awkward bounce. Oh, it was there for Abstract, but they are not able to put it in. Here comes Dimes around the corner. Demolition's afoot for everybody as Schmacht tries to guide it in. He hits it like 4 times in the air. He sets it up, and Skies takes the lead for Abstract.
Skies with the hat trick. Every goal this game on Abstract side has come from him. And he gets the biggest one of the night. 34 seconds left. A hat trick, a 3-2 lead. What can Florida Tech do? They've had some great kickoffs. This won't be another one as Beeson and Feaston has to retreat, but it's stolen away. Chance to end it for Bumpin', but he hits the crossbar.
Not able to. 30 seconds remain now as Retrospective tries to take it away from Schmacht, but he holds on to it. Now it's cleared by Dimes, but they're in a defensive formation here as they're trying to hold on to possession here. Beeson and Feaston knocks the ball away. There's the shot from Skies, and it's in!
Skies has taken over in game 2. Reads this perfectly around Retrospector.
Oh my goodness. That is disaster, heartbreak.
Everything. You need a kickoff here. You need something crazy. 10 seconds left and the time is ticking fast. Bumping with the huge clear. He'll redeem his mistake in game 1, and Abstract down in game 1 and game 2 will come back for the sweep. They will move to 3-0. Florida Tech JV will lose their first game down to 2-1. But what a fantastic series, and Abstract looking like a serious challenger to the likes of Eclipse Esports and UTD at that 3-0 mark.
Down goes Florida Tech. I mean, if you had said with under a minute remaining that it was 2-1 for Florida Tech JV, you're saying that's either a win or it's at minimum going to overtime.
Yeah.
You don't think that they're losing 4-2 by the end of the game. I mean, that's just crazy. But they just stopped. They couldn't hold on to the ball nearly as well, and they started to get a little bit frantic at the back. They were clearing it deep, but there was no one there, no follow-up. They weren't creating any chances anymore, and there was really no danger at the end of it all there. And so Florida Tech, I mean, they stopped creating offense, and when that happens, it gets really easy for the other team to start cheating forward and getting more players forward.
I think this is the hardest thing to do in Rocket League is protect a late lead, because as you mentioned, Siphon, the question becomes, what do you do? Do you push forward? Do you play normally? Do you try and play passively? And I think you're right. I think Florida Tech tried to turn this into a clear it deep, kill time situation, and they just lost all momentum. They lost all pressure. I would never expect, as you said, from 2-1 with a minute left to go to 4-2, not to mention all 3 of those goals scored by the same player. Sky was incredible. A huge reason why Abstract is undefeated. I think we'll keep going here. I think we have the Chads and Team Pair on right after this, ready to go, but a fantastic series by Abstract, really making a name for themselves. And as we wait for our next series, we've seen all 3 3-0 teams so far. We've seen UT Dallas, we've seen Eclipse Esports, we've seen Abstract now. Who do you think is the strongest of those 3 teams, just based off what you've seen today?
That's a tough one. I mean, I've seen, the thing is, I would have said UTD because I thought that they were very impressive last week. They really didn't let they didn't really let anybody into the game last week, and they were very impressive. This week, Florida varsity pushed them, and I really didn't think that they looked head and shoulders better than everybody else. I think these other 3-0 teams are definitely going to be able to compete here. I honestly think Abstract could be the best, but they got to get rid of that slow start. The slow start,
Yes.
I think, is what's going on. There are definitely flaws with all of the unbeatens that are left, and I think that definitely begs, some opportunity for some of these upper-level mid-table teams.
I 100% agree with you. I think Abstract, you're right, there is some issues, but I think they're the strongest team because I think they beat the best opponent. Apologies to Hurry Up and Wait. You and I just haven't seen them. We haven't been able to get their games on stream, so it's hard to say how they've been playing to get to 2-0. But Florida Tech JV has looked phenomenal. They've shut teams out. They played spectacularly. They just lost all hope against Abstract. I think Abstract set the life out of them. And as you mentioned, we talked about it. We looked at the records. Florida Tech varsity's 1-1. We thought UTD would kind of crush them, and they didn't. So I think Abstract, I agree with you. I think they're the best team. Looking to just keep moving along here. We're getting down towards the end of week 3. It has been a crazy week after the first 2. We're kind of chalk, just 2-0. Whoever won game 1, they're easily going to dominate. That is not the case here tonight. Even though we did just see a 2-0, that game was Again, minute left. You freeze frame. You ask everybody who's going to win. We all are picking at least overtime or Florida Tech JV. But the team that we're going to see next is Team Perron, who we haven't seen since week 1, and a team we've become very familiar with. I don't want to call them a fan favorite, but at least a caster favorite, at least my favorite, and that's the Chads. They haven't been able to get the results that their logo would indicate, but still the best logo in the tournament, and I hope they can pull one off here against Perron.
You know, they definitely do have a great logo. I think this is the battle of the great logos, actually. I think Perron's is very cool as well. So this is going to be an interesting game to see how this one's going to go. I mean, I would imagine here that we could see a very free-flowing game. There's going to probably be a lot of chances going both ways. That seems to be the idea of the meta right now in this area of the USO qualifiers.
I agree, and that's how Chads has played. It's just kind of all over the place, all offense. Best defense is a good offense. So yeah, I would totally expect the Chads to just kind of lob things on net, continue the play style we've seen so far tonight. Getting ready to go here. Both these teams, I believe, are 1-1, and we've talked a lot about the difference between 2-1 and 1-2 as we get to take here a chance to maybe look at the rules and remind everyone, if you are just joining us, how this tournament is going, how it's going to break down. It is a best of 3, which can lead to some crazy series. 3-on-3, all the Rocket League stuff pretty standard. 5 minutes, sudden death overtime. 6-week Swiss bracket. We're right dead in the middle of week number 3 here. 1 match per week per team, which can be very tough to make sure you're prepared and warmed up. As we said, Abstract kind of started slow. We've seen some teams start slow and then figure things out. We're all talking about that top 8. Top 8 teams qualify for the USO Invitational. A shot at a $10,000 prize pool. That's what everybody's gunning for. Once this week gets done, you'll have a kind of an idea. Am I looking pretty safe? Maybe you only need 1 or 2 more wins, or am I going to be in absolute panic mode? Both these teams with the Chads and Team Perron at 1-1, kind of in that middle spot. I don't think 1-2 kills you, Siphon. I don't think 2-1 makes you all safe. But I don't think you ever want to be above 500 as you enter the second half of this bracket.
Yeah, definitely. You don't want to be below 500, at any point, but especially that, as you start to approach the middle point of the season when you don't have much time to be affording to drop these games. I mean, this is the week where you have to get it together, where you've got to start picking up those wins if you're going to start climbing up the table, because then that puts you in a good position to still qualify in top 8 if as your matches predictably will get harder and harder and harder as the teams continue to separate themselves.
And as we wait to get going here, I want to take a step back here, Siphon. And I mean, of course, I know the obvious answer is going to be 6-0, but let's say you're entering a tournament of this status, a 6-week tournament, Swiss bracket. You know the top 8 qualify. If you're on a team, Siphon, what is your record, your goal record? I'm not going to let you say 6-0. That's too obvious. Like, what's your record where you think, I'll be in the top 8, I won't be comfortable? Well, what record are you shooting for when this tournament started?
I would say 5-1. I mean, I'd give strong consideration to 4-2 as well, but I think 5-1, mostly because due to the randomness of Rocket League. I mean, I'm not too concerned about dropping a game. I think that, I think that it's definitely enough to show you've got some flaws, but you can definitely work on them. You showed that you can improve them and continue to exploit other teams' flaws and find them as well. And I think that that's, what I would do is you just aim for 5-1. That's, winning 5 out of every 6. That's pretty good. I mean, you're probably going to go pretty far if you're doing that. And obviously you still have room to kick it up a notch if you're able to find that kind of form. But, it just allows yourself to be very highly placed in the group, probably still even first if you're lucky, but also it allows you to have opportunities to learn as other teams expose you.
I was honestly going to come into this, and I was like, I'm going to say 4-2, but I think you're right. The more I've watched these teams, and especially now that you still have 3 undefeated teams, I think 5-1 is what these teams are shooting for. Again, I think when we're all said and done, I would not be shocked if maybe 1 or 2 4-2 teams sneak in here. But again, these are 2 teams that a loss automatically puts you, your best now possible record is 4-2. And you and I both kind of just said 5-1 is where you want to be. So this game has a lot more implications than maybe if the teams were both 0-2, and maybe even if both teams were 2-0 in a game we just saw, because 2 losses, not a death sentence, but it feels kind of scary. You have that pressure of knowing I've got to win every single week. So big game for both these teams, hoping to get going here with the Chads and Team Perron at any moment as we start to wind down. We've seen a fantastic set of Rocket League games here today. And you spoke about the randomness of Rocket League. I think today has been full display of just what can happen. We've seen series that were like, we came into it knowing, this team's probably going to dominate, closer than we ever expected. We've seen some series, Abstract in Florida Tech JV. At the end of the day, Abstract got the 2-0 win and pretty comfortably in both those games. It's been sort of a random day, if you will.
Yeah, it definitely has been a bit of a random day. But, speaking about those records, I definitely think you need, when thinking about this here, you still have 3-0 teams. Assuming that they win, one more game at least, that already puts them at best, or at worst, 4-2.
Yep.
And I would assume at least one or two of those teams would also gain to 5 wins. So you're probably looking at 2 teams sitting at 5 wins. 4 wins is probably the absolute minimum you need to be shooting for here. 3, I just think, is not enough. I think being 3-3 coming after that final week is just not enough room for you to get in. And so 4-2 really needs to be it. So this is the time you've got to get it on together, because if you can't afford to have a loss here and then another loss down the line, because that probably eliminates you from moving on in the competition.
100% agree, and I'm always of the mindset of, if you have a game to give, that feels a lot better. If you lose this series and you're the Chads or Team Perron and you're at 1-2, as you said, you can't afford to lose another game. You and I are both on the same page. I don't think 3-3 is going to get it done unless we have some crazy, every team starts losing, there's a ton of upsets. So I 100% would rather have knowing going into next week, hey, look, we're 2-1. We have a game to throw if we really need to, if we get a hard opponent. 100% agree here. I am excited to see what's going to happen between these two teams. And there are some teams that, I think are going to maybe sneak up on some teams. As you said, we have 3-3-0 teams with the Swiss. We're guaranteed to have at least one 4-0 team next week. And the more teams that are at the top, the harder and harder it's going to be to sneak in at 3-3. It's the Chads. It's Team Perron. Who's going to be in 2-1 and feeling kind of safe? Who's going to be at 1-2 and probably thinking we've got to win the next 3 weeks? That's what we're just waiting to see here. We wind down on the USO Invitational Rocket League week number 3. We've seen some incredible performances. And, as we're sort of in a lull here, Siphon, I know at the end of the night we always hand out our Geico Military Player of the Night. Have you any leaders in the clubhouse as we sort of have our final 3 games in your mind?
I do have a leader in the clubhouse, but he's gonna still warm up. I'm not gonna reveal who that is just yet. We're gonna keep recency bias might be hanging out a little bit, so we'll keep him away for now. But I do think that there's been a few standout players today, and so it's gonna be tough to pick. So I think that there's definitely a lot of players you could pick. Honestly, it's tough. Yeah. It's tough, but I think I've got one standout guy right now.
Well, I cannot wait to hear who that is going to be. We're going to take a short break. Don't go anywhere. We've got more Rocket League coming up after this.
They are the greatest fighting force the world has ever seen. What does it take to strengthen our service members? What does it take to let them know that we stand behind them, wherever they are? What does it take to bridge the distance and keep them connected to family, home, and country? And what does it take to prepare them for their future when their service to the nation is complete? What does it take to strengthen our service members so they can be the greatest force for good in the world? It takes a force. Be a force behind the forces. Give today at force.uso.org.
Welcome back into the Boise State Esports Arena. We've called a quick audible, but everything pretty much remains the same. It's the USO Invitational Qualifier week number 3. Fish and Siphon here. As I said, we're going to change teams, but everything we just spent the last 4 minutes talking about applies. It's University of Michigan Blue taking on Barbershop, but both these teams find themselves at 1-1. So everything we talked about, moving to 2-1, moving to 1-2, all still applies. I think the one team here that I really want to watch out for is University of Michigan Blue, Siphon. They absolutely annihilated NXG in our first game of week number 2. And I don't really know what that means for this team. NXG kind of looked lost at times. It was really a solo performance by one of the Michigan players. I'm very curious now that we get to see them against Barbershop how Michigan does, because this is a team where we've seen them once and I'm still kind of like, I don't know if you're good or if you just played an opponent that maybe you were heavily favored against and you just at least took care of business.
Yeah, and I think that's the question here about Michigan. I think that they put on a fantastic performance last week. I think their first game was a little bit shaky, but after that, that's when they really put the pedal to the metal, and I think that they it'll be interesting to see how they fare, but I think Michigan is one of my dark horses. I think Michigan, if they continue to be the way that they play the way that they have last week, then I think that they definitely could be a dark horse because they played so well. They were rotating phenomenally. They were creating tons of chances. They were finishing like all of them out in the second game anyway. So I think Michigan has the potential to be at least a dark horse, but they've only still got that one loss. If they move to 2-1 here this week, that puts them in position for a good run up here after what was probably a disappointing week 1.
That's the thing that you mentioned that game 2 is game 1 that they played last week for Michigan was like a 1-0. It was really close. Game 2, they absolutely blew the floodgates open. That's where I'm kind of hesitant. It's Michigan Blue. It's Barbershop. If you're watching out for a player on Michigan, Ventex is the name to watch out for. He was last week's Geico Military Player of the Week. That is a player who could take over this game, and that's what he did in his last series as he tries to get Michigan to 2-1. As we take a look at the rule set, best of 3, 3-on-3, 6-week bracket. We're almost at the end of week number 3, and you're kind of going to know what you need to do going forward. 1 match per team per week. And we said, we've been talking about it all that time, that top 8 qualify for the USO Invitational, that $10,000 prize pool. Anytime there's a comma in the prize pool, you know it is serious business. Just want to remind everybody this competition was free to enter for both military and civilian competitors. Top 8 teams qualify against other tournament winners, so it's not going to be any joke once you make it for their shot at that $10,000 prize pool. If you place top 3 in any other USO Experience Rocket League Finals events, meaning you receive pricing, you've already qualified for that USO Invitational. No need to worry. No need to get a, did we make it? If you've received prize money in any other tournament, you've received pricing, you've already qualified for that USO Invitational that these teams are fighting for. Couple games left on the night. Fish and Siphon here calling all of the action. It is Michigan and Barbershop. Michigan coming off a win last week against NXG to move to 1-1. Barbershop took the loss to Florida Tech JV to drop down to 1-1. Both these teams trying to get it done. I think Ventex got to be the name to watch out for. And I've always wondered this, when you know there's a star player on the other team, or you kind of realize very quickly there's a star player on the other team, Siphon, how do you handle it? Is it you demo him and put the other pressure on his teammates, or do you demo his teammates or, shadow his teammates and make him make these spectacular 1-on-3 plays? What do you prefer to see defensively from Barbershop against a player like Ventex?
I think you've got to go out. You got to go after him. I mean, you got to bump him. You got to get those demos down. You got to prevent him from being, doing what he does best. And then what he did best was finishing, opportunities. I think that was something that he was very good at last week. I mean, obviously he had spectacular defensive plays as well, and that was a big reason why he ended up winning Player of the Week, Geico Military Player of the Week. But I think that when you consider just how well-rounded his game is, you have to be on him all the time. And, I think you take someone and you say, your job this game in this series, it is not to play the ball. It is not to score goals. It is not to make defensive plays. It is to get demo after demo after demo after demo on someone like Ventex.
And just a reminder, this tournament is powered by Geico Military. Geico Military has been a proud sponsor of the USO since 1997. And speaking of Geico Military, they also bring us Doc's Keys to the Game, which we can take a look at here, which have been so critical for these teams. That is, create mistakes, punish the overcommit, don't overstay. In that last bullet point that we've been hammering home, somebody on Barbershop has got to take that and make that their personal mantra against Ventex in this series. Bump and demo to disrupt. Take out the word to disrupt. Bump and demo Ventex on repeat. Take him out of plays. Make his teammates make plays. I'm always a big fan of tilting. If you can get Ventex saying, come on, guys, somebody do something, and they start yelling at each other in comms, I'll be honest, Siphon, I favor Barbershop there. So Ventex has got to keep a cool head, make sure he doesn't get taken out of play. Again, all of that brought to you by Geico Military, a proud supporter of the USO since 1997. Waiting to go here, Michigan Blue, Barbershop. It's been a crazy night so far. We've seen some crazy games. Honestly, no idea what to expect, but we talked about it before we went to break. We've had some leaders in the clubhouse, some key players for our Geico Military Player of the Game, or Player of the Week. So I think it's going to be a solo performance either from Ventex or someone from Barbershop. We haven't seen too many games where the whole team is popped off unless they're scoring 8 goals, and of course they're all going to be popping off. We've seen a lot of solo domination in some of our series.
Yeah, we definitely have, and Ventex is someone I did want to see this week before really making my determination on who I thought definitely deserves to be Geico Military Player of the Week, and I think that it's going to be interesting to see how he responds here. I mean, this is last week kind of showcased just his talent and how good he was, but is he going to be able to bring that again this week? That's going to be a big question here as well. But we talked about it earlier. I felt like Michigan, if they are able to be able to string this together, are definitely a dark horse for me. I think I like the way they play, and I think if they're able to sustain that, they're definitely going to be a dark horse to look out for. Is there anybody you think that's going to be a dark horse to look out for?
That is a really good question. The more I think about it, I don't want to. I honestly would take the two teams. Honestly, I'll take the cheap way out, and I'll be honest. I think for my real team, Florida Tech Varsity is a team that, even though they're 1-2, the fact that they challenged UT Dallas, and especially, again, we talked about in the Swiss format, sometimes when you lose, it also makes your schedule easier because you're going to play a 1-2 team. I think Florida Tech Varsity could string 3 straight wins together and be a 4-2 team and maybe you sneak in. My cop-out answer is honestly, I kind of feel like the winner of Barbershop Michigan is also a dark horse. So looking at Barbershop's roster, remembering they challenged Florida Tech JV, I feel like whoever's 2-1 I'll favor. Give me Florida Tech Varsity because they've looked great, especially in show matches. I just wish they could win actual matches and not show matches. Again, if you've missed some of the other weeks, 1-2 in actual matches for Florida Tech Varsity, 3-0 in show matches. They've clearly shown they can beat the teams they might end up playing. I think they've beaten Hood College. They've beaten Florida Tech JV if they ever get that. And I believe they beat the Chads as well. If they get those teams, I don't want to say those are free victories, but, those are kind of nice matchups for them. So I really like Florida Tech Varsity. For the Barbershop, though, it's a good team. We talked a lot about Ventex. I think Chris Weezy's another number you got to watch out for the Barbershop. Could be kind of that one-on-one battle.
Yeah, definitely. And I was really hoping, I was crossing my fingers, that you were going to say the reason why you think Florida Varsity is because you're holding on to that 3-0 record in the show matches, and that is going to be the reason why they're going to be able to. They know how to string these together, and I think that you definitely provided some interesting answers. And I'll throw another one at you because I don't really know if you call them a dark horse or not because they are 2-1, but it's not someone you're really thinking about right now. What about Escape Velocity? They look like they're among the more technically gifted teams in the tournament. And, obviously weren't the cleanest affairs earlier today, but I think that they definitely are some of the more talented teams. We'll get on that later as we are underway here between Michigan in blue and Barbershop in orange as Chris Weezy nearly gets one underway here 5 seconds in.
Oh, big old Bobcat turns it around, but a huge save there by Chris Weezy. Here's Ventex, but he gets dunked over by Chris Weezy. The individual showdown I want to see is Timmy now looking to clear it away, gets stolen in front of the net, but big old Bobcat is right there.
Big old Bobcat over to Timmy now, and it's a great cross the course pass there. Ventex bar down, denied by the post. Oh man, that's just disastrous there. And now Master Uguay will guide it forward here into the corner, and Timmy will clear it for big old Bobcat. Back to Timmy, but Imbobat will get rid of it.
Imbobat knocked out of the way. Big old Bobcat getting bumped up by Master Uguay. Ventex tried to pinch it against the wall and misses. Imbobat wants the clear. Not quite able to find it though.
Back to big old Bobcat. He's going in on the aggressor here. That's a heavy touch there and not the right kind there as Uguay gets demolished there. There's the shot from Timmy that's blocked as big old Bobcat tries to win it back in the air again. Michigan continuing to win the ball back high up the field.
Oh, big old Bobcat centered down to nobody. Ventex racing back. Timmy with a nice little touch. Gets it around one. Has Ventex at midfield. Looking for that pass over to Ventex. There it is. Oh! Shot on net. And he scores first.
What a shot there from Ventex. Michigan just never really let a Barbershop out of their own end. And Ventex does a good job stepping in front, taking that shot, and just tucking it around the entire defense, giving Michigan the 1-0 lead. On the kickoff now, is Michigan going to be able to sustain this? Well, big old Bobcat just gets it past two, nearly finished it too off the kickoff. Timmy goes for the aerial. He's not going to connect on that one, but Ventex keeps it in. He gets it goalward and nearly got it in. Timmy denied by the tip there from Chris Weezy, and now Imbobat tries to clear it away.
Ventex going to just retreat on this one. Master Uguay with a nice little touch. Big old Bobcat, fantastic steal. Michigan wants to make a play. The pass from Ventex to big old Bobcat. He's demoed from behind though.
How? Oh my goodness, and now Timmy makes a big save as Chris Weezy nearly had a goal there. And instead, Master Uguay intercepts big old Bobcat, but he's able to clear this one into the corner to Ventex. Timmy comes in, but he's not able to get on the end of that cross from Ventex. Big old Bobcat will send it forward now as he tries to get it deep there off the back wall. Emobat now clears it away, but Ventex wins the ball back, plays it off the back wall, cleared away by Master Uguay. Timmy now off the back wall trying to play it, and it's popped up in the air, looking for big old Bobcat on the finish. He's denied by the crossbar.
Ventex goes high as well. Michigan so many chances, they just can't convert. Now Emobat looking to center it up. Master Uguay with just an awful touch throws away what could have been an easy goal. Big old Bobcat and Ventex looking for the clear. Timmy barely over Chris Weezy. They have another touch. They do not.
And now Emobat sends it forward, but big old Bobcat knocks it away. Great job by Ventex to get it behind the defense, and now Master Uguay trying to get turned around here. He pops it up, he loses the ball. Big old Bobcat sends it wide of the goal as he and Ventex combine to take the ball away. That's a great ball there from big old Bobcat, but nobody's there from Michigan in order to try to finish that one. Now Ventex, he shoots, it goes wide. Big save from Master Uguay.
Oh, Timmy, huge steal. Here comes big old Bobcat. Double touch, but it's wide of the net. Again, Michigan misses a great chance as Emobat gets a huge clear.
That's another opportunity, and not gonna happen here as Timmy now to big old Bobcat. He shoots, it's blocked, and it's gonna go the other direction. Instead, Ventex trying to get it. He evades one and makes a mess of it all, or sorry, scores it all.
The reason he was Geico Military Player of the Week right here. Huge steal at midfield, tipped it past the defender. 2-0 lead for Michigan, all on Ventex's back here. He's got his team in front, but we've seen so many blown leads in tonight. Can Michigan hold on? It's big old Bobcat and company with Timmy looking for a great play to himself. Pops it up in the air, but nobody's there.
Honestly, I thought that Ventex was going to miss the open goal like everybody has tonight. I should have known better. That's my bad. But Emobat now will move it forward here towards the slot. And it's going to be taken away by big old Bobcat. Now Ventex coming around with full boost, intercepts it, but it's tipped back into the Michigan end. Big old Bobcat will sky this towards the goal, narrowly missing Ventex as he was looking to tip that towards the goal. And it's going to be centered there, and that's not cleared by Barbershop. And it's going to go back over to Ventex again. Ventex trying to center it for Timmy. He gets a piece of it, but it's wide of the goal. It's going to go back out to center.
Emobat looking to get his team in it, stolen away by Ventex. Chris Weezy loses the ball, one-on-one with Master Uguay. Great save, Chris Weezy can't get a touch. Huge demo as well, but big old Bobcat loses his momentum.
And it's going to be continue to be fight for in the corner there. Timmy with a great touch to win the ball back. Ventex deposits it in the corner. 30 seconds left here as big old Bobcat tries to center it here, and it's going to be kept alive by Timmy. Michigan continuing to apply the pressure here, and it's going to be one again at center field by Ventex as now he tries to take it off that right side wall. Now it's going to be lost though in the center, but big old Bobcat takes it right back, leaving it for Ventex. Master Uguay denied. Timmy will take it, and the shot coming in from Chris Weezy is blocked. 4 seconds remain. Ventex goes for the aerial, setting up big old Bobcat with the shot. Somehow that's not a goal. I swear that's all the way over the line.
Would not matter in the log run, but I agree. That should be a 3-0 Michigan lead. Michigan crossing their fingers that goal differential does not end up being a tiebreaker. As this tournament powered by Geico Military. Geico Military has been a partner of the USO since 1997, providing support to military service members and their families throughout their time in service. Thank you, Geico Military, for being a force behind the forces. Just like we talked about, Michigan with a very close win, basically on the back of Ventex, but I'll be honest, big old Bobcat probably had like 4 chances, and just, again, he fell cursed to everyone else tonight except for Ventex and just missed a lot of open goals. Well, felt like that should have been, we talked about expected goals, probably like 4 or 5 for Michigan.
Yeah, I mean, really, if you're looking at the expected goals, that's Michigan blowing them out of the water. I think, honestly, we need to add to the keys to the game, do not miss the open net.
Yeah.
Because I swear we have just, it's been so many. It's just not been today either. It's been last week too. It was the same thing, and it's crazy how often it's happening, but Ventex has just been a standout player. He refuses to do that. He just will score at all points, and he just makes defenders look silly.
I mean, an insane steal near midfield for that second goal. Absolutely phenomenal. And again, Michigan felt in control of that series almost the entire time. I would, not be shocked. Should have been a 3-0. Probably could have been even 4 or 5. If big old Bobcat can find the back of the net and Ventex can get a couple goals in, I'm sorry, I don't think that Barbershop's going to stand a chance. Timmy's the one player who's just playing solid, not doing anything too risky, not doing anything too crazy. As Ebo Bat challenges Ventex, Master Uguay over to Chris Wheezy, but it's stopped by Timmy.
Now, the real question is Michigan going to be able to challenge someone like UTD if they are going to continue to play like this, or big old Bobcat scores more goals?
If big old Bobcat could start scoring and it's not a one-man show for Ventex, I think Michigan, I like your dark horse pick. They could easily sneak in and make some noises. Timmy with a miss. Chris Wheezy just kind of floating there. Big old Bobcat can't quite set it up. Here's Ventex, though, off the wall in front of the net, but can't get there.
Bobcat was clearing the way there along the goal line, but he wins the ball back. That's a great shot. And he still is not allowed to score a goal yet. Maybe they need to get Fo Shizzle in here to allow him to get a goal as it now goes along the wall here for Ventex as he sends it forward over the defense. Emobat trying to hold up the play. Instead, though, big old Bobcat and Ventex get it free. Bobcat's going to try to score it, and Timmy took it away.
As much as I want big old Bobcat to score, I don't think this ball goes in if they just leave it for him. It's not moving fast enough. He's got a great block on Master Uguay, though.
I think it would have, but Timmy could have just gone for the demo.
True. I didn't see that he blocked Master Uguay. I thought Master Uguay had a better advantage. Stolen from big old Bobcat. I agree. Get Fo Shizzle in here. As Ebo Bat loses it to Timmy, who's playing insane. Great second touch. Is there anybody there? There's big old Bobcat. He gets blown up.
And he's looking for Ventex to Timmy. Oh, and Timmy can't get another touch on the ball here as Chris Wheezy now going to take it. Big old Bobcat again got demolished there. I don't quite know how that interaction ended up happening there, but Master Uguay losing the ball. Ball's going to go back out towards the slot. Somehow it's not cleared away. Big old Bobcat's going to try one more time. Gets this one away as it's going to be sent back in towards the goal. There's no one in that goal for Michigan. And now it's going to go over the head of Chris Wheezy. Emobat guides it into the other corner. Somehow it's still 1-0 Michigan, and it's going to be cleared away by Timmy.
Oh, Timmy gets that ball stolen away, but Ventex is there. Ventex needs one more great touch. He has a chance, but Master Uguay beats him to it. It's big old Bobcat's turn. He's going to elevate with the ball, looking for a touch, and the ball just gets away from him.
And not allowed to score. Apparently, Timmy tries to go through the wall. Not going to be allowed. Ventex goes wide. It's here.
Oh, big old Bobcat.
Oh, wait. Oh, no, just kidding.
He's going to
big
turn
old
around.
Bobcat.
One more chance. Maybe assisted by Ebo Bat. No.
Not going to happen on that occasion as Ventex tries to win it in the air. Played back across. Ventex not able to get down low enough to play that one again. Now here comes Ebo Bat as he gets demolished by Ventex. And now Uguay has to clear it back in his own end. And big old Bobcat going to control it in the corner here, but it gets around him as Chris Wheezy clears it away.
Ventex, fantastic stop at midfield, looking to play it himself. He's got big old Bobcat waiting for the pass, puts it on net, and big old Bobcat scored!
And that was the most difficult of all the chances he's had. But great touch there and control from big old Bobcat. He gets it past the defense and a soft spike into the goal. Michigan lead by 2. Buy those Michigan blue stocks while you can, while they're low. As Timmy now gets it over the wall there.
Uh-oh.
And big old Bobcat, he wants 2! Oh, man, what a save from Master Uguay.
Oh, Timmy, last man of defense. Ventex going to go racing back for the ball, corral it in time. Chris Wheezy with the miss. Ventex coming in. Can he do it himself? He cannot. Off the back wall, Master Uguay clears it away, gets it around Timmy as well. Racing down is Ebo Bat, and he misses! He misses!
Don't miss the open goal! And he somehow keeps it alive, though. Chris Wheezy's denied by Timmy. Ventex trying to get this one away, and he beats big old Bobcat on the breakaway, but instead it's going to be guided into the corner here from Michigan as Chris Wheezy has it fall, and he sends it forward again. The big old Bobcat trying to send it back around the corner. There's a shot from Ebo Bat. There's a finish opportunity, but it will not be finished in the back of the net as Ventex feeds a wide open goal for Timmy. Will he finish it? No. Bobcat, no. Ventex, can he get it? The answer is no, as big old Bobcat loses out on the 50-50.
Timmy down in the front of the net, gets that ball stolen away. Big ol' Bobcat is here, baits out Master Uruguay with a nice little fake.
Oh,
One-on-one, but Evo Bat with the save. I swear we're not playing on regulation nets. These have shrunk the moment they look wide open. Chris Weezy with the nice redirect. 1 minute left here for Barbershop. They need a goal right now.
Yeah, they definitely do. Ventex gonna try to ice the game for sure. Not able to beat all three defenders who are just sitting on the goal line. Timmy gets demolished, but he wins the ball back for Michigan, and here's Ventex. Pops it in the air. Can he finish the goal? What a save from Emobat, taking it away from Ventex. But big old Bobcat keeps it alive, keeps it into the slot here. Who is gonna be able to finish this opportunity? The answer right now is nobody, as Ventex sends it a little bit too hard across the goal. Timmy not quite there yet. He doesn't win the ball back. Big ol' Bobcat stops it along the wall for the moment. Ventex coming in here to try to play it, and he will intercept the pass instead.
Evo Bat has Chris Weezy at the center of the field. They couldn't connect. Ventex with the tip! And Michigan has a 3-0 lead, and that feels like game.
What a finish there. Ventex just goes deep. He sees his team's going to receive the ball, and he comes off the wall, gets a great tip past the defender, and Michigan leads 3-0 here over Barbershop. And it just feels like now with 10 seconds remaining, Michigan will go up to 2-1, but the question will be, will they keep the shutout here for their 4th straight game? That is certainly the question as Master Uruguay gets it towards Ventex. It's on the goal line, and big old Bobcat with the brace as time expires.
This time, big ol' Bobcat will not be denied at the buzzer. Him and Ventex fighting for it. They'll steal one back in that goal differential category. It goes to big ol' Bobcat. And Michigan has the 2-1 record, the 2-0 lead, or the 2-0 win, I should say, in the series. Phenomenal job by them. Siphon looking very smart right now. We'll see how next week goes for Michigan. And again, if big ol' Bobcat can do what he did in that game, and he sets up Ventex so well, and I thought Timmy was great in the support role. I think you're totally right. I think this Michigan team can challenge the likes of UTD, can challenge the likes of Abstract and Eclipse Esports. If they ever face them, of course, they'd have to lose a game, but I think this Michigan team looks very strong. We did not see in week 1 who they lost to. I'll have to maybe go back and check, because whoever beat this team, as you mentioned, when they've been on stream, they haven't allowed a goal. That's the crazy thing, is they have yet to allow a goal.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, we've seen them on stream. They have kept 4 shutouts now in the time that we've gotten to see them here. And I'm telling you right now, the Chads were the team to beat them in week 1 in a 2-0.
Wow.
Michigan, though, has kept 4 shutouts since that point, and that's what I come to when I look at Michigan. They're one. I mean, is there someone with more momentum than them? They have one of the best players in Ventex.
Yep.
They've got great supportive. Had great supportive play from both of their other 2 players, and then I think the thing that I come to is they've kept 4 straight shutouts.
That's very hard in Rock. Even if you're the better team, sometimes the ball just takes a crazy hop. You get back in time. And I thought the one thing that really stood out to me, it was about 30 seconds left. Big old Bobcat and Timmy are pushing. Ventex could have easily tried to go for a goal, but he realizes, what's the point? We have a 2-0 lead. You see the camera flip. Ventex is just kind of doing circles right at that midfield stripe. They're so disciplined, is this Michigan blue team. The fact they lost to the Chads is just very unique to me. I don't know how that series happened. I love the Chads, but what I've seen does not tell me they're better than Michigan. So that'll be a very interesting tiebreaker if somehow they end up tied and they're in that 7 and 8 spot. But still, fantastic win for Michigan. We should have one more game left here, but overall, a fantastic series. And Michigan looking very strong. Again, as you said, this team looks like a team by stock now. I think the stock's already jumped just from what we saw in that series. You might be the only one who got in when it was still low enough.
Yeah, I think I might have been lucky enough to get it there, just before the huge Apple-Microsoft jump here. But, I think that it's really interesting because with how risk heavy they tend to play, I think that discipline that they exercise is nice, and I think that that probably just came back to bite them in their first week, but they seem to have settled in now.
Well, we're going to hop into our last game of the night in a unique situation. This is a pair of 0-2 teams in Wyoming and NXG. A loss here would almost doom your chances as Colorado hits the post, and what looked like an interesting goal there just gets knocked around by Timber and away from the net. Missed. Magician sets it up, and Timber won't miss a second time.
Wyoming with a great start here. Miss Magician continuing to create some magic here, and he sets up his team perfectly for the goal there. And it's a great start here for Wyoming here 15 seconds in as they're going to hold the 1-0 lead here. As the kickoff comes out here, Miss Magician wins it again. He's looking for Colorado on the aerial. Colorado puts it down at the slot, and Timber gets there. Wyoming jumping out to the quick start.
Great job here by Wyoming. Timber redeeming that early miss. Great pass from Colorado, who looks so spectacular despite the Cowboys' record of 0-2. Looking to take down NXG, move to that 1-2 mark, keep their hopes most likely alive. It's off the kickoff. Colorado looking to dribble it upfield, but Rockdirt, I think, was able to retreat in time. Does cut off his teammate, but it's enough to make the stop.
Oh man, Michigan though, or excuse me, Miss Magician winning the ball back as Timber now holds it up here at the center field line on the clearance attempt, as that's going to be a demolition down onto Miss Magician.
Ooh, Mustard can't get the clear. Finally, we are going to see Devo Lord get a nice touch on it for a moment, but Miss Magician, another great attempt. Ball just over his nose. Timber coming in, looking for that early hat trick. A demo comes out, but a nice save by Mustard.
Yeah, Miss Magician along the corner, though, trying to keep possession of the ball, and instead Colorado's going to win possession of it. He's looking to follow up himself. It's going to be a nice clear there from the side of NXG as Miss Magician keeps it going here, and he tries to take the ball back again in the corner, but instead, this is going to be NXG driving it forward here. Colorado, though, with a great intervention.
Ooh, Colorado, nice center. Timber ends up winning that one. Colorado off the side wall. Nobody's there. Devo Lord with a shot, and it goes in.
Wow. What a shot there. Great recognition there from Devo Lord. He realizes how much room and space he has. Miss Magician caught in no man's land. And that's going to be a 1-goal deficit now for NXG after a great goal there by Devo Lord. Who's going to win the kickoff, though? 3:35 remains in regulation here as Devo Lord will take the ball here, and it's played out high into the center wall. Mustard gets the goal on target. It's off the top bar, but it's put in by Mustard, and we are tied just like that.
Wyoming's defense falls apart. Colorado can't get there. Miss Magician just out of reach, barely from getting a nose on that. It's a problem that plagued Wyoming in their loss last week to Aviation Nation. They blew the lead multiple times. Fast starts have not resulted in strong finishes for Wyoming as NXG looking for the lead off the side wall, but Mustard can't make it happen. Timber looking for a clear, but Rockdirt's going to deny him until a great touch from Timber launches it to the blue side.
And it's going to be Devo Lord controlling this one in the corner here. It's going to fall to Colorado. Colorado with an intelligent decision. He's just not able to follow up there with the 1-2 from the wall. And now it's going to be Rockdirt trying to clear this one away. It goes to Mustard, who loses out to Timber now, as it's going to be Mustard trying to get back in position as Colorado tries to hold it up along the wall.
This Magician, huge clear, nice bounce right in front of the net. There's Timber. But a fantastic save. Colorado gets that ball popped up in the air. He's going to get one more touch, but he can't find it. This Magician has to retreat.
It's going to be Miss Magician out driving it forward here, and it's going to be getting it past Rockdirt there. There's Timber, and Timber gets the hats. A new collection belonging to the Wyoming man.
Just a great play by Timber. Always putting himself in a fantastic spot. Way too many double commits coming out from NXG. Timber finds the back of the net. The hats fall down. Wyoming's back in the lead, but can they hold on? As Colorado can't quite get a kickoff attempt to go his way. Mustard looking for a pass down over Miss Magician, wow. But Timber makes a great save.
That was a great adjustment in the air, just not quite able to finish that one off. And now our NXG going to be able to provide the response here as Timber nearly gets a fourth here for Wyoming. And now it's going to be an opportunity again here coming around the backside. Colorado holding the play up here now, trying to go forward here. He spikes it into the ground off the post. It avoids everybody. What an insane effort from Colorado.
Timber has been the beneficiary of some insane setup from his teammate. I don't know how Colorado got that ball past everyone. He even blocks Mustard in the goal. Credit Timber, but that was all Colorado.
He got it around all three members of NXG.
Timber's just the beneficiary. Nothing to take away from him. These 4 goals have had some insane setup from Colorado. And Miss Magician This time Colorado gets his own goal.
I think that one was a little bit deserved for Colorado there after the game he's played so far. And no faux shizzle situation. We don't have to wait for game 3 for him to get on the score sheet here. It's going to be Colorado easily taking claim to that one. And 5-2 for Wyoming here as we are just under 2 minutes left here in game 1. As it's going to be Rock Dirt, open goal. He doesn't miss that. It's going to be 3-5 now.
Wyoming's had issues holding leads. I was like 5-2, you got to feel safe, but Rock Dirt on the kickoff just past Colorado. And maybe we've got a game on our hands here. Wyoming allergic to leads for some reason. Not something you want to have in Rocket League as Miss Magician off the kickoff gets a rebound towards the net, cleared away. Now Devo Lord looking for a shot, stopped by Timber.
I think it's more a symptom of not being able to defend very, solidly anyway, as Mustard gets the demo down there on the Miss Magician. Here comes Timber, sending another shot towards the goal. Not able to finish on that occasion, but Miss Magician gets one towards the goal. Rocker denies it, though, for the moment. Here comes Mustard now in the air. Gets a nice double hit on it, but it's going to be easily cleared away.
Rock Dirt with a miss. Devo Lord, great touch. One man to beat, but it's Colorado who makes a fantastic save. Another great touch. Rock Dirt keeps it alive at the midfield. Mustard trying to angle it on net. Hits into Rock Dirt, so Miss Magician can make a great save.
He's going to go the other direction here around the wall. That's a great setup here from Miss Magician. Colorado got to finish that, and he will. And he will grab a second.
Wyoming just has such fantastic team play. As you mentioned, Miss Magician just leaves it behind for his teammate Colorado. 6-2 lead now for the Cowboys. Minute left in game number 1. Can they hold on? This kickoff is huge as it squirts away from everybody over to the left side. Timber with a fantastic touch on it, looking for one more. Turned away by Devo Lord, and Miss Magician shot just too slow.
Now Rocker bumps Timber, out of the way. As now here comes Miss Magician reading the play off the wall. And he gets in front there of Devo Lord. That was a creative play as he now looks for Colorado. It goes back to Timber. Back to Colorado in the air. Colorado gets it around the defender there from NXG. 30 seconds remain here. I have to think now maybe the lead is safe.
This last chance here for NXG, and yes, I will agree with you now, Siphon. That lead is safe. 6-3 here. Can they add even more? In front of the net, Rocker makes a huge save. Devo Lord, one last desperation. It's stopped by Colorado, who wants the hat trick. Can he get it? And the answer appears to be no, as Rocker turns that one away with 3 seconds left.
And it's going to be popped up in the air, and that looks like it's going to do it. Wyoming will take game 1, and the Cowboys with a very impressive performance.
1-2 gives you a chance. 0-3 probably ruins your tournament hopes of top 8. This tournament, by the way, is powered by Geico Military. Geico Military has been a partner of the USO since 1997, providing support to military service members and their family throughout their time in service. Thank you, Geico Military, for being a force behind the forces. Potentially our final game of the evening, unless NXG can rally to force us to a game 3. It's been an absolutely spectacular night at the USO Invitational Qualifier week number 3. And these are the teams, this is a circumstance we really haven't got to see tonight, Siphon. We've seen a lot of 1-1, some 2-0s. These teams both 0-2, especially now NXG. You're facing a loss. 0-3 almost feels like a death sentence. What does NXG need to do here in Game 2 to at least keep their hopes alive?
That's a tough one. I think that they have to... I think they've got to just defend better. I think that I think they could score enough goals to where, and with Wyoming's tendency to let a few slip in, I think that they just have to defend better. They can't be giving up 6 goals every game. I think that if they're able to solve their defensive issues, I think maybe they have a chance here against Wyoming. Because Wyoming, as you mentioned, allergic to kind of holding a lead for a little while unless you keep scoring, and in which case you don't have to worry about giving up a lot of goals per game.
NXG's got to watch these setups. Colorado and Miss Magician in particular have set up Timber so well, and after that kickoff, they almost had another one to start game 2. Turned away by Devo Lord. Now it's Mustard's turn. Huge shot on net. Miss Magician pops it up in the air, but the ball's not out of harm's way yet as Rock Dirt keeps it alive. Timber going to clear it thanks to a demo. 2 of them for Miss Magician.
Yeah, big plays there from Miss Magician defensively, as now Colorado keeping possession alive here for Wyoming in the offensive end before it's finally cleared away by Rochter. Miss Magician and Rochter going head-to-head here, and Rochter will get the better of him there, but Colorado with a big clearance, now sending that one into the opposite corner here where Devo Lord will collect.
Oh, Miss Magician misses a wide open opportunity. Timber gets a great hit. The demo stops Rochter's momentum, but Devo Lord able to capitalize until Miss Magician hits a huge demo.
That was big there for Wyoming. Great team play again away from the ball. Miss Magician and Timber creating havoc in front there for this side of Wyoming. And NXG again concedes a long shot goal to Colorado. Off the kickoff here as Colorado will win that one. Miss Magician just steps in front of the defense, and it didn't seem like they were even there. As Colorado will play this one off the ground here, trying to spike it into the ground. He will do so. Timber tries to get to it, and it's going to go sharply off the wall. Miss Magician guides it towards the goal, and again, the team play sets up a goal.
What a play from Timber. He scored so many goals in game one and says, you know what, this goal goes in if Rochter can't play defense. The team plays for Wyoming. It's not even the passing anymore. It's the bumping. It's the demoing. Have them in front 2-0, but can they hold on? That is the question. As Rochter off this kickoff has a great opportunity. Miss Magician, though, just going to launch it away from him and get it back to the blue side.
Yeah, here comes Colorado now off the back wall. Not able to find that one away through the defenders on that occasion. So here comes another attack here from NXG, but it's going to be taken away now by Miss Magician. And he tries to float it over Rochter, but instead it's going to reverse the side of the field we're playing on as Colorado will send it deep.
Oh, Devo Lord, nice stop. But Timber just challenges them. He misses on it, but the hesitation has the ball in front of the net. Another team play, and Colorado scores.
Great recognition from Timber here. He realizes he's no longer in position to make a play here, and he goes for the demo instead. I mean, most players in that situation are going to turn around and look for a shot, an opportunity to get the pass. Instead, he goes for the demo, lets Colorado finish it himself. Wyoming leads 3-0, and this is a very confident team that we're seeing right now, as it's going to be held up by Miss Magician despite Rochter's best efforts. It's going to be sent back the other direction. Colorado not able to get a hand on it there. That could be a dangerous opportunity. Big save there from Timber.
Timber looking to carry it, but a stop by Mustard keeping NXG alive. Still 3 minutes left. Plenty of time for 3 goals. Colorado's carry is stopped. Devo Lord, one last chance. Timber should find an easy clear, but the ball squirts away from him. Mustard now going to center it up for a teammate. Timber can't challenge it. Colorado, though, with a nice spike.
Nice job there. Mustard gets the demo down onto Colorado. NXG really starting to press here, trying to get a goal back maybe, as it's going to be popped up in the air between Timber as he wins the 50-50. Now here comes a shot from Miss Magician. It's denied by Devo Lord here with 2.5 minutes remaining.
Colorado off the side wall. I think thought he was dropping it off for a teammate. Huge miss there by Timber, but Miss Magician can find it clear, especially off of Rochter's hood. Colorado racing down, has an open net, but it's stopped by Devo Lord at the last second.
It's going to be taken here by Devo Lord in the air. He loses it out there to Timber, who nearly got a goal back as Mustard makes the big save in his own end. Colorado pops it up in the slot. Miss Magician gets it there, and what? Passing the give and go! And Colorado with a sweet feed.
Fantastic job. The steal from Miss Magician, the give and go, as you mentioned. Open net. Feels like Wyoming should probably hold on to this 4-0 lead with 2 to play, but we've seen some crazy things tonight, and that wouldn't even be the craziest if NXG comes back here. But Miss Magician has other ideas. Colorado spikes it down, but Mustard makes a great stop.
Not out of danger just yet, but Timber opting to remain back here as Colorado commit 2 to the defense there. And now that's going to be cleared here by Colorado. Here we go now as he brings it up the right side. Crossing in the air, looking to combine with Miss Magician. Instead, the ball is sent back into the Wyoming area. And that's a dangerous pass from Timber. And he turns it over. There's the shot, and Rochter's on the board.
NXG not dead yet. Great steal by Mustard. Unfortunately, Miss Magician can't get the tip to deny the rebound, and Rochter puts it in. Well, NXG still clinging on to dear life. 90 seconds left, 3 goals. Wyoming would love to add a couple more off this kickoff. Colorado just barely misses. That would have been huge. What can Mustard do with it?
Man, that was just so close there for Wyoming to really put this game on ice, as it's still a possibility here for NXG given Wyoming's defensive struggles, but it looks like they may have this one in hand here with another attack as Colorado goes out to the side here. Demo comes down here from a Miss Magician onto Rochter, spiked into the ground by Colorado, and it will be cleared by NXG.
Mustard takes a great shot. Miss Magician, though, denies that one. Time ticking down. Minute left here. Rochter with a great steal. Ball in front of the net, but Timber makes a fantastic play to keep us at 4-1.
Under a minute remaining now. Colorado going to pursue this one in the air. It's going to get spiked into the ground. There's a shot off the crossbar. Both sides of it. And there's the follow-up from Timber. It's going to be wide as well. Mustard will send it deep as Miss Magician holds it up at the center field.
Oh, collision between two Wyoming members, but Colorado makes the save. Devo Lord pass back to Mustard. Stolen away by Colorado. 30 seconds left. Rochter and company have to make a play right now. They're just running out of time, and no one's going for the ball. Miss Magician with the easy corral. It's right in front of the net. Timber wants to end it, but he'll smartly retreat.
That's probably for the best there as Colorado missed on the 50-50, but Devo Lord gets demolished here, so it is 2-on-3 very briefly. Great moves here from Colorado, evading the team. Oh, what a move! He's not going to be able to finish it off with a goal, though, but Wyoming will get their first win here in the USO Open qualifiers, and Timber nearly got another goal here for Wyoming.
NXG is going to have to make a crazy rally. I think Wyoming is a team. I know 1 and 2, Florida Tech may be our favorite. I'm not going to, start picking every dark horse, but this Wyoming team has looked strong. And at least in the last 2 weeks, they won this week. They lost last week against Aviation Nation. They've been playing teams close, Siphon. I think Wyoming is going to be a team that, especially on that 1 and 2 side, you should get a favorable matchup next week when you maybe move to 2 and 2. Could maybe make some noise at the very end. As a reminder, this tournament powered by Geico Military. Geico Military has been a partner of the USO since 1997, providing support to military service members and their family. Thank you to Geico Military for being a force behind the forces. And as we start to wrap this up, I do want to touch on a question that you had mentioned before we got into a game, and that was escape velocity at 2-1 and their chances of maybe competing for the top spot. And, I'm very interested. I'm curious what you're going to say. But my thing is, if escape velocity can play at 100% is probably the nicest way to put it. I like their chances. They got a little too cute and a little too risky today for me to say I like them going forward. But if they abandon this, everybody's got to score mentality, I think I kind of like what they could do.
I think that I agree with you. I don't think that they're going to, I think they're, where they're probably going to end up finishing is somewhere between 3 and 5. But I think that they probably have the most potential in terms of being able to probably upset all of the top teams. I think if they, if they can kind of remain disciplined, I think they definitely have the amount of talent to be able to probably push for number 1 seed. Yeah. But they just have to kind of keep it together. They got to keep it together, keep it disciplined. But I wanted to talk about Wyoming a little bit too, because I recognized kind of what they were trying to do, and it almost looked like they were studying what UTD did last week, if you really think about it, because away from the ball, they got so much better in the span of a week. They were going for demos. They were taking out defenders by bumping them. They were improving the team play from the offensive perspective, and while they could still have some improvement on the defensive end, the offensive ability was fully showcased with the creativity of Miss Magician in Colorado and good finishing from Timber.
Yeah, and I think that's something that's interesting for Wyoming is like a team like Michigan. We talked about Ventex is going to be your finisher. He's going to be your creator. Wyoming kind of is different. Miss Magician and Colorado can set up each other. They don't have great solo finishing. They haven't taken great solo goals, but it's the team play, and it's the unique team play or the non-traditional team play, the bumping and the demoing. We always talk about it in Doc's Keys to the Game. I think Wyoming really embraced that. We haven't seen as many teams really at all in these first 3 weeks embrace as we saw in this last series. Demo in front of the net. Don't look for a pass. Go for the demo. Timber was a great example. Misses a ball, and you call it, Siphon. Every other player, he just turns around. He tries to make a play on the ball. Instead, he's not quite able to. Timber instead just blasts right through, demos the goalie. Wyoming has gotten a lot of improvement. Again, they're probably going to have to win out and finish at 4-2 and see how tiebreakers end and who they play. But they seem like a scary team who's really putting it together.
Yeah, they definitely do. I'll be curious to see their progression the next couple of weeks. This next game for them is so crucial. Obviously, sitting at 1-2, they really cannot afford another loss here for a couple of weeks. They're going to need to be able to really ramp up the results here, and next week will be crucial because that will be against a 2-1 team most likely, and they're going to, or at least another 1-2 team. They're going to need to come up with another huge win. If they're able to do that, then I think that they definitely could be poised to go up the table.
I'm crossing my fingers we don't get Florida Tech varsity versus Wyoming next week. They're both at 1-2, so the Swiss could end up working it out. So very, very scared there. Now, we talked about the Geico Military Player of the Week. You said you wanted to hold yours close to the vest. Now that we are done, it is time to reveal yours. So since you had an idea, why don't you go ahead? I'll let you have the floor first. I think we might have the same player in mind, but I'll let you have the first shot at it.
Well, I don't know. We'll see. I think my player of the week, I think it has to be Skies. I think he was so impressive today. I think he always was in the right spot, and he came up with the big goals that you just didn't expect, and I think that's a big reason why his team is still sitting at 3-0.
I would 100% agree with you. I think Foshizzle would be a hilarious one because he gave us maybe the most entertaining series for a number of reasons, but I'm going to go with a little non-traditional one. I agree with you. I think it is going to be Skies. I honestly think Colorado kind of deserves it. He didn't score as many goals as you would like to see from your player of the week, and it does make it hard. But, I mean, Timber doesn't score 4 without Colorado, and Miss Magician, of course. But Colorado had so many unique setups. He plays that star player role for Wyoming in such a unique way of, I'm going to set up my teammates. Hopefully you guys can finish. I agree, though. Skies took over in a game of 2-2-0 teams. But it actually is going to be Aoka.
Wow.
We're both wrong. I think Escape Velocity, Lettuce was the other player I was going to name, but they got a little bit too trolly for me at the end. But when Aoka was actually playing and focusing on winning, I think Aoka is definitely a deserving award winner.
Yeah, Aoka was obviously a really interesting one. It felt like it always seemed like in every 50-50 he was going to get it. I don't think he lost a 50-50 today, and I think he always did a good job getting on the end of those passes, those long passes, those 50-50s, and he did a good job getting down there and making sure that he was going to be able to finish until obviously the kind of the trolling started happening. But I think he's definitely a deserving player, although I don't think he would have been my pick.
Ignore Game 2 and ignore all of Game 3 until Foshizzle scores. Maybe I could see how you pick Aoka.
Yeah.
If you just ignore all of that where Escape Velocity kind of just went rogue. But the player of the game brought to you by Geico Military. Geico Military has been a partner of the USO since 1997, providing support to military service members and their families throughout their time in service. Thank you, Geico Military, for being a force behind the forces. Aoka, your Geico Military Player of the Week for week number 3. We'll be prepared to close out what has been an explosive and crazy and wild, and we still don't even know what was happening at times. Week 3 of the USO Invitational Qualifier. Siphon, your final thoughts, your big takeaways as we head in and ramp up for Week 4 on next Thursday.
I think we really don't know who the best team in these qualifiers are. I think that's what today showed. I think when you really look at it, the top of the table is wide open. I think you need to buy some of the Wyoming stock. I think Wyoming definitely is a team that could be poised for a big week. We'll see who they end up getting next week. And then I also think Michigan is probably for real.
To me, I agree with you. And the thing that I'm going to be wondering, the top's wide open, but again, all you got to do is finish 8th and you're in. And that 8th and 7th spot, I'm very curious if it'll be 5-1, 4-2. Maybe something crazy happens if we get a 3-3 team in. But ladies and gentlemen, that will do it for our show tonight. Before we conclude with our Geico Military Top 5, we do want to give a major thanks to all of our competitors as well as our partner Geico Military. It has been a ton of fun. We still got 3 action-packed week left, and if today is any indication, it's only going to get crazier and crazier. So thank you for tuning in. Be sure to follow the USO on Twitter at the USO and join the USO Discord, discord.gg/the USO. But now we will leave you with our Geico Military Top 5 Plays of the Night.
Great combination play and C. Not able to finish with enough speed on that shot, and it's going to fall down. What a shot!
Rich will just, he'll score. What a great goal. It's not the easy ones that get scored. Just a fantastic touch around 2. No business.
Trying to spike it into the ground. He will do so. Timber tries to get to it, and it's going to go sharply off the wall. Miss Magician guides it towards the goal. And again, the team play sets up a goal.
What a play from Timber. He scored so many goals in Game 1 and says, you know what? This goal goes in if Rock Dirt can't play defense. The team plays for one win, but Brock, great touch. Oh, Shizzle, though, denies it, lobs the ball on net. Aoka's going to redirect it.
What a pass! Wow. Faux Shizzle with a phenomenal pass there, and Aoka does everything he can to get there and taps it in. Ball by Grover in the air. He goes for a double hit. He's looking for Berto, but it's denied by Dalton. Back again for Desk, and Desk ties the game.
You said it, a great attempt at a double hit here from Grover and Berto. Dask in the perfect spot to sneak it around Ghost. 4 seconds, we're tied. The TSB wins this. I will lose my mind. And Barcelona looks for it, and Freak gets it done. For no reason whatsoever, we're going to a game 3.
Faux Shizzle said the goalie's got to clear that. Lettuce couldn't either.